Ullas, Zia, Swapnil. This is Abdullah, Dr. R.D. Yadav. Very good afternoon, Noon Rishi. Okay. Good afternoon, Rishi. Okay. I'm so sorry. आप मुझे लगा आप मुझे कह रहे हैं. Saham, Oku Ravi. This is Ravi Murthy. Pathan, Krishna Tiwari, Richa Srivastav, Siddharth Suraj Pool, Sheetal Gehlot, Meghwal, Bhagwati Lal, I said good afternoon to you. Alok Prajapati, Irfan Ali, Vidya Rani, Nidira Chaudhary, Deepak Suthar, Nisha Gupta. Manoj is saying good afternoon to everyone. I hope you are keeping safe and healthy. Yes, Manoj Kumar, thank you for asking this from everyone. Poonam, Sahem, Rinku Sharma, Azar Shah, Sharad, Sukur, Samsul, Sehman, thank you everyone for joining. Those who have just joined in, let me tell you that this is Veena who has just signed off, and I am going to take your session for this particular hour. The learning from my side happens every day, 12 to 1. No, 1 to 2 for your classes, I'm sorry. I'm available 1 to 2 for you people. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. हर मंडे ट्यूसडे वेडनेसडे थर्सडे फ्राइडे सैटरडे को 1 से 2 मैं आपके सामने हाजिर हो जाती हूँ फॉर टेकिंग क्लासेस मेकिंग यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस लैंग्वेज ऑफ इंग्लिश. लेकिन हाँ, मैं बहुत बेसिक टीचिंग करती हूँ. इफ यू वांट स्टे हियर, if you want to learn something better, something higher, please leave, go find another teacher. There are a lot of teachers on Hello English. उनके पास जाइए, उनसे पढ़िए. YouTube है, Google Gurus हैं, किसी के भी पास जाइए, पर इस सेशन पे चले जाइए. In case if you are looking for something which are very high fun to English, high-fi English to be. If you are a basic learner, if you are learning the English for the sense of speaking, for the sense of not teaching, with the sense of speaking, with the sense of reading, for the sense of understanding, I think you have come at the right place. Let's get started. Today we are going to talk about homonyms. Those who have just joined, उनको मैं इतना बता दूं कि हम आज जो बात कर रहे हैं, गुड आफ्टरनून 91XX39 and even good afternoon to Ikram Ullah. Thank you for saying good afternoon. Ankur Verma for joining. Tumpa Bera, thank you for joining and saying good afternoon. हम आज बात करेंगे homonyms की. जैसे आपको आवाज से सुनाई देगा, homonyms is basically talking about two words which has got completely different meaning but have got the same sound. ऐसे दो शब्द जो आपस में क्या समानता रखते हैं, उनकी जो टोन क्वालिटी है, जो हम बोलेंगे उनको, वो सेम होती है, लेकिन उनके यूसेज भी अलग है क्योंकि उनका मीनिंग ये बिल्कुल अलग होता है. वो शब्द बिल्कुल अलग तरह के व्यवहार करते हैं. उनको जो काम दिया गया है, उनका जो मीनिंग है, उनके पास जो स्ट्रेंथ है अपने शब्द को काम में लेने की, वो बिल्कुल अलग होती है. So the sense is very different. So you need to learn the different meanings there. Again, it's a vocabulary session, which is actually talking about the usage. And the sentences are going to be very common that we have been using it. And this is not something that is coming out of some other blue world, but yes, they are very, very common words. हाँ, कुछ एक word थोड़े से tricky होंगे. Let's get started. So I can see that जो लोग मुझे सुनना नहीं चाहते, वो कहते हैं कि चलो फटाफट से अपन तो जो एक्सरसाइजेस आए हैं उनको कर लो. So there are a lot of students which I have जो इस तरह की बातें कहते हैं. So Bhagwati Lal, can you tell me what is this? Can you just read and tell me this sentence, please? Hello, Bhagwati Lal.
Yes, ma'am.
आइए, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Stop the idle chatter and get back to work.
एक तो पहले इस स्टॉप नहीं है, सीधा स को पकड़ो, आए वाला मत लेके. स्टॉप बोलो भगवती लाल. स्टॉप. Stop the idle chatter and get back to work. Idle chatter and get back to work. Idle मतलब ठाले बैठने वाला, doing nothing, just like that, है ना? That is idle. And what is IDOL? Idle क्या होगा? IDOL. Idle है मूर्ति. पोर्ट्रेट, एक मूर्ति, भगवान की अगर हम मूर्ति की बात करें, गॉड की अगर हम मूर्ति की बात करते हैं, मूर्ति जो हमारे सामने आती है, तो उसको हिंदी में तो सही शब्द होता है उसका प्रतिमा, जो हम देखेंगे. और बेसिकली द करेक्ट मीनिंग ऑफ दिस इज दैट अ पर्सन, IDOL, I am saying that a person, sorry, an image or representation of God used as an object of worship. So idol is basically एक ऐसी मूर्ति जिसको हम बैठ के आराधना करते हैं, जिसको वर्शिप करते हैं. हिंदी में उसको प्रतिमा कहते हैं. आइडल इज बेसिकली द अदर थिंग रिलेटेड टू द गॉड इमेज there. ठीक है. और आइडल खाली बैठना, डूइंग नथिंग, अ पर्सन इज जस्ट सिटिंग एंड डूइंग नथिंग. So now this is the bull dash the toreador in with his horns. So this, I think, both places you will require to write the meaning of it. God. Now GORED and GOURED. So both have got their own meanings. So basically ये क्या कहना चाहते हैं? GORED, गॉड का मतलब होता है वो जो सींग मारते हैं ना, सींग को मारना. अब ये कोई भी मार सकता है. यहाँ पे इन्होंने टोराडोर का नाम लिया है, उस जानवर का नाम लिया है, लेकिन हम we can even see the regular animals which are there with us, उनको भी हम कह सकते हैं. तो जितने भी जानवरों के जिनके सींग होते हैं, उस सींग का जब वो इस्तेमाल करते हैं, when they use these horns and they just try and hit somebody, then we use this word as God. GORED, I'm saying. So that, I think, the sentence in itself is clarifying this, that the horns are being used there. But GOURD, if you remember, recently we had done for vegetables. So we are talking about those kinds of vegetables which have that God word in the end, if you remember. हिंदी में हमने उसको किसी को कद्दू और लौकी, if you remember, हमने कुछ एक vegetables किए थे. So सब्जियां, basically the vegetables, few vegetables fall in the category of GOURD, God, and GORED is a kind of a word which is used when the horns are used by a animal which it has it. So attack करता है जब वो अपने horns के साथ में, जब वो मारता है तब. चलिए आगे बढ़िएगा. So this is one can easily get lost in a. बताइए किसके अंदर आप खो जाएंगे? Which word will you take? So Shweta, Rajkumari, Kavya, Paul is there with me. Paul, will you please tell me?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon.
One can easily get lost in a maze.
Spelling पढ़ के बताओगे तो पता लगेगा.
First one, ma'am, right answer. MAZE. ZE.
Okay, MEMAZE. तो मेज क्या चीज होती है तुमको मालूम है?
No.
ZE. तो तुम उसके अंदर कैसे? MEZE. Okay, MEM.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon.
One can can easily get lost in a maze.
स्पेलिंग पढ़ के बताओ तो पता आएगा, पता लगेगा.
First one, ma'am, right answer. N-A-Z-E.
N-A-Z-E. Okay, M-E-M-A-Z. मेज क्या चीज होती है तुमको मालूम है? M-E-Z-E. तो तुम उसके अंदर कैसे? Hello, Bhagwati Lal, can you hear me? Hello, Bhagwati Lal, can you hear me? Anyone
Yes,
on
ma'am.
the pro, can you hear me? हाँ, मेरे इधर electricity चली गई थी. I've rejoined everything. Just 1 second. On the chat also, is everybody able to hear me clearly? क्या मेरी आवाज आप तक पहुंच रही है? Can somebody please help?
Yes, ma'am. आवाज आ रही है आप?
Yes, ma'am.
आ रही है आवाज? Okay, just 1 second. 1 second रुकिएगा. I have to again launch it. ओफो. आपके पास आवाज आ रही है, लेकिन चैट पे से कोई मुझे प्लीज टाइप करके भेजेगा, अदरवाइज मुझे सारा प्रोसेस बंद करके दोबारा चालू करना पड़ेगा. Anybody who is there to help me?
Your voice is absolutely.
It's
audible,
absolutely clear. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. Now, if I start, please let me know that on the chat also. एक कोई जना please रख दो तो मैं थोड़ी comfortable हो जाऊंगी. Going to the next slide, I've come straight to page 4. Rajkumari, very good afternoon. Can you just tell me, are you able to hear me? So Abhay and Bhagwati Lal have just given a, an answer to that. Nemi Chand and Sudhir Patel.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for joining. Very, very good afternoon. Wait in the line, go to the end in the queue. We know what is this queue basically, but can you tell me QUE हमें पता है line होती है, और CUE का क्या मतलब होता है, कोई बताएगा मुझे? Can somebody tell me the meaning of Q? CUE.
Hint, ma'am.
हाँ, एकदम करेक्ट. हिंट. थोड़ा सा तो अपन जब इस तरह के कोई गेम्स वगैरह भी खेलते हैं तो हम इस तरह के सिग्नल की डिमांड करते हैं कि थोड़ी सी हिंट दो. So that's exactly Q, CUE. Let's go to the next and try this out. The first rays of the sun left a pink glow in the sky. I'm so sorry, students. I'll try to take it in a little faster zone. I don't know what is the problem that I might have to. मुझे नहीं पता, कुछ दिक्कत आ रही है तो कहीं बिजली पहले फिर लिटिल फास्टर. आई एम सॉरी. अभय नास, फर्स्ट रेज ऑफ द सन. मेरे साथ यहाँ पे ना हिंदी में भी लोग जुड़े हैं, तो आपको समझे रेज RAYS, इसको हिंदी में हम क्या कह सकते हैं? वो मदद करेगा मेरी प्लीज. RAYS.
मैम किरण.
करेक्ट, किरण. तो जो किरण आती है, सूरज की किरण, उसको अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं रे, RAY. अब चूंकि बहुत सारी हैं इसलिए वहां पे प्लूरल फॉर्म S लगाया गया है, RAYS. अब यहाँ पे एक शब्द आप देखेंगे RAZE भी लिखा हुआ है, रेज. RAYS करेंगे ना तो Z का साउंड आता है, सो रेज सिमिलर साउंड हो गया. उसका मतलब होता है कंप्लीटली खत्म हो जाना. अभी हम जो देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे यूक्रेन और रशिया के बीच में जो युद्ध छिड़ा हुआ है, वहां बहुत सारी बिल्डिंग्स बिल्कुल खत्म हो गई हैं. सो देन वी कैन यूज द वर्ड रेज, कंप्लीटली डिस्ट्रॉयड. might be whatever the place it is. Now raise, 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 utna, uthana. So that is something, 3 words, same sound but different meanings, different application completely. So the word we are just reading is that the first rays of the sun left a pink glow in the sky. मतलब किरण पे जो आसमान में जो किरण सूरज की दिखी, उसने क्या चीज छोड़ी? आसमान के अंदर एक लाली छोड़ी, पिंक कलर की ग्लो छोड़ा. Let's go to the next and set this out. A drink of water will clear the. So we are, ये हमें शब्द पता है. I think Nemichar, you can tell me the meaning of this. आप बहुत ज्यादा काम में लेते हैं. मनदीप, very good afternoon.
Yes ma'am.
हाँ,
Pellet.
बताए वो. What is this plate? What is this plate?
मैम द रूफ ऑफ द माउथ, मुंह के अंदर जो पैलेट होती है वो मैम.
क्या? जो हम खाना खाते हैं वो
मैम,
प्लेट हुई ना. A drink of water will clear the plate.
मैम इन द माउथ.
हाँ,
मैम इन द माउथ मैम, ऊपर की तरफ जो प्लेट होती है मैम.
मैं नहीं समझ पा रही हूँ, दोबारा से समझाओगे? माउथ के ऊपर कौन सी प्लेट?
मैम ऊपर की साइड ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कि गले में अपनी प्लेट है, मतलब जो तलवा होता है.
ये हुई ना कोई बात. ऐसे बोलो क्यों अंग्रेजी में? अंग्रेजी तो दिख ही रहा है. सो यहाँ पे जो वर्ड है PALATE, प्लेट. प्लेट, ये जो शब्द है हमारा प्लेट. अ ड्रिंक ऑफ वाटर विल क्लियर द प्लेट. तो जो आपके मुंह के ऊपर वाली जगह, मतलब आप जब अपना जॉ खोलते हैं, when you open your jaw, the jaw gets divided into 2 parts, right? So the inside part of the
Yes.
jaw, the top part of it, सब ऊपर का जो top part है. So
Yes.
basically it is something which separates. अलग क्या करता है वो? हमारी cavities जो नाक की है और माउथ की जो वर्टिब्रल, उन ये जॉ जो है, ये 2 चीजों को अलग करता है. बेसिकली कनेक्शन विद द नोज एंड कनेक्शन विद द वर्टिब्रल, जो यहाँ पे हमारे दांतों को, हमारे मुंह को जोड़ के रखते हैं. तो ये सेपरेट सेक्शन को अलग करता है, ऊपर का जो प्लेट है. सो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट प्लेट. इट्स माउथ सेक्शन ओनली. टूथ की बात नहीं हो रही है यहाँ पे. माउथ के जो वर्टिब्रल्स है उनकी बात बोल रही हूँ मैं. और प्लेट इज बेसिकली, क्या शब्द बोला था इन्होंने अभी? तलवा. So that is what the plate part is. But यहाँ पे PALETTE, जो लोग पेंटिंग करते होंगे वो बहुत अच्छे से जानते होंगे कि इसका क्या मतलब होता है. Anybody can come and say? प्लेट होता है जिसमें आप कलर्स मिक्स करते हैं पेंटिंग करने के लिए. That's a plate that you have. That's a full plate that you have where you mix the colors for your doing the painting part. So the plate that you use is that plate, PALETTE. And PALATE, talwa हमारे मुंह का, so the upper part of the jaw, जिसमें which is the things connected with the nose, उस वहाँ portion की बात हो रही है. फर्स्ट पार्ट की। आइए, आई होप आई वाज एबल टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस सेक्शन देयर। Have your number, ma'am? Okay, no. The baby had dashed quietly for 2 hours before it awake. So this word is laid. Laid. So laid is basically आराम से लेटने वाली बात पे। Am I right there? या आप क्या कुछ और बोलते हैं? Anyone would like
Yes,
to say
ma'am.
something?
Take rest, ma'am.
हाँ,
Take rest, ma'am. ले।
हाँ, ये तो आपने जो हमने मीनिंग दी है वो पढ़ रहे हैं आप।
मैम रेस्ट लेना मैम, या आराम
हाँ,
करना।
आराम से मतलब ले डाउन कर जाना। हम जैसे 8 घंटे, 9 घंटे, 10 घंटे या 6 घंटे या 3 घंटे की नींद लेते हैं, तो उसमें आप सीधे लेट जाते हैं। तो उस सेक्शन को हम कहेंगे, उस पोजीशन को कहते हैं टू रेस्ट करने को लेन। बाकी LANE लेन, वो जो रास्ता, बेसिकली देयर इज वन लेन, एक लेन से दूसरे लेन में। गलियां हिंदी में कहा जाता है इनको, एंड देन इट इज LANE लेन। Anyone else has anything to say on this? Anyone? Any questions? So far, so one? No one? Okay, so we know a street and we know to rest. To rest is LAIN and LANE is street. Let's go to the next. And I would like to call Paul. If you are with me, Paul, could you please come and read this sentence for me? Hello? Paul? Prajapati, are you with me? Could you like to go ahead and read this? क्या चक्कर है, आवाज नहीं आ रही क्या? हेलो
मैम आ रही है मैम, योर वॉइस इज एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट मैम, ऑडिबल।
ओके, सो देन
हेलो मैम।
हाँ, प्लीज इसको पढ़ दीजिए।
He was released from jail after he paid a bail of raise 50,000.
ओके, अब मेरे साथ में ना थोड़ा सा पॉल इसको ऐसे पढ़, ही ऐसे ही पे तक जो फर्स्ट लेटर था आपका एच का, उस पे थोड़ा एम्फेसिस कम दो और पढ़ने की कोशिश करो। ही वाज रिलीज फ्रॉम जेल आफ्टर ही पेड अ बेल ऑफ ₹50,000 बिकॉज इट्स अ स्टेटमेंट। एक आदमी बता रहा है, प्रोवाइडिंग एन इंफॉर्मेशन, इस तरह का इंफॉर्मेटिव सेंटेंस है। तो इसको देखिए, हम जोर किस बात पे करते हैं, या तो हम कन्विंस करते हैं तब हम किसी बात पे जोर देके कहते हैं, या कई बार हमें लाउड टीचिंग करनी पड़ती है ना, तो भी हमको उस बात पे जोर देना पड़ता है, देखो स्ट्रेस देना पड़ता है कि इस पे ध्यान दो बात के ऊपर। यहाँ पे ऐसी कोई सेंटेंस, ऐसा कोई शब्द नहीं है, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है, ये सिर्फ इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड कर रहा है। ठीक है, तो इसको बोलोगे कैसे पॉल? ही वाज रिलीज फ्रॉम जेल आफ्टर ही पेड अ बेल ऑफ ₹50,000। ही वाज नो। अब आप पॉल थोड़ा सा
Released. He was released from jail after he paid a bail of raise 50,000.
परफेक्ट। बस एक छोटी सी बात देखो, जब हम ए आर्टिकल बोलते हैं तो वो ए फॉर एप्पल का साउंड नहीं देगा, अ का साउंड देगा। ए फॉर एप्पल का साउंड नहीं देगा, हिंदी का अ से अनार का साउंड देगा। He was released from jail after he paid a bail of ₹50,000. Thank you so much, Paul, for hearing me out. There is another word here, bail, B-A-L-E, bail. Bail होती है वो जो एक गठरी नहीं होती है, जो आप पेपर की हो सकती है। आपने देखा होगा गांव में लोग बांध देते हैं, जो मान लीजिए कोई भी उन्होंने फसल उगाई हो तो उसको बांध देते हैं ना, एक गठरी बना देते हैं किसी चीज की, टाइटली रैप करके। कई बार आप देखा होगा आप लोगों ने। सो दैट इज बेल, BAL, वो वाली बेल है। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं, लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट। Malaria is a mosquito dash disease. So BORNE, जन्म, BORNE मतलब मॉस्किटो के बारे में जब हमें कोई चीज, it's not only the mosquito word here, but here the word BORNE का मतलब क्या है कि जो मलेरिया की बीमारी है वो क्या कहती है, कैरी फॉरवर्ड होती है। तो जब ये कैरी फॉरवर्ड होगी, मलेरिया बढ़ती है, तो कौन करता है ये काम? मॉस्किटो करता है। अब इस बढ़ने को इसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड करने को, ट्रांसपोर्ट करने को, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह ले जाने को हम शब्द काम में लेते हैं बॉर्न, BORNE, कैरी फॉरवर्ड। एंड BORN, बॉर्न मतलब, anybody can unmute and say it's an easy word. Thank you, Mandeep Kaur, for that answers coming up, and Manoj Kumar and Rajput for giving me the answers. VORN is Janam. The tree was covered with dash in the early morning. The tree was covered with RIME, rhyme. So, and there is another rhyme, RHYME. Rhyme is basically talking about RIME. I'm talking about सुबह सुबह की जो फ्रॉस्ट नहीं होता, एक क्या कहते हैं उसको हिंदी में, somebody can help me with this frost word? ओस। आप देखेंगे कि सुबह सुबह आप सुबह के वक्त में ज्यादातर हम ये देखते हैं कि ये चीज से जब ढका रहता है, पत्ते जो ढके रहते हैं इस ओस के साथ में, उसको हम फ्रॉस्ट वर्ड काम में लेते हैं। उसका एक्चुअल वर्ड इज RIME, राइम यू कैन से, बट RHYME, राइम किससे रिलेटेड है? राइम होता है पोएट्री से रिलेटेड, एक सेंस होता है। जब आप पोएट्री लिखते हैं ना, पोम्स जब आप लिखते हैं, तो एक सेंस के साथ राइमिंग चलती है, AB, BB, ABCD, something like this. So it's like corresponding, एक से दूसरे साउंड के साथ में correspond करना। हिंदी में इसको तुकबंदी भी कहते हैं। बेसिकली राइमिंग जब हम तुकबंदी करेंगे तो लास्ट का जो सेंस ऑफ साउंड छोड़ा जाता है, उस सेकेंड लाइन में भी या तो वही आएगा या फर्स्ट और थर्ड लाइन कॉमन होगी, समथिंग लाइक दिस। That is rhyme. Let's go to the next and try this out. Okay, so Rajkumari and Deepak, now this is a simple words there. So can I call here Nemi Chand? आप आ सकते हैं if you're able to hear me. Hello, Nemi Chand.
Yes, ma'am.
मुझे लगा शायद मैं ही खुद की बातें सुन रही हूँ। भाई आके जरा पढ़ देंगे ये हमारे लिए?
Yes, ma'am. His behavior is altogether boorish and rude.
Okay, so which all together? क्योंकि दोनों ही all together है।
Ma'am, first option is correct.
अच्छा, अब जरा थोड़ा सा ज्यादा ये बताओ कि फर्स्ट ऑप्शन जो तुम्हारा करेक्ट आया है, इस ऑप्शन में और दूसरे ऑप्शन में क्या फर्क है?
मैम इस फर्स्ट ऑप्शन का मतलब है कंप्लीटली या टोटली मैम, एंड सेकंड ऑप्शन मैम ऑल टुगेदर मैम ऑल वी गेदर एंड सम प्लेस,
मतलब ऑल को अलग ले ले वो और टुगेदर को अदर ले ले, बेसिकली ये फर्क है आपका। ऑल साथ में है, ऑल मतलब एक साथ इकट्ठे लोगों को हम ऑल टुगेदर, उन इंसानों के लिए ऑल बोलेंगे, और टुगेदर होती है एक जगह, एक ग्रुप की बात हम करते हैं। तो कंपाउंड वर्ड है फर्स्ट वाला, सेकंड वाला दो सेपरेट वर्ड्स है विद सेपरेट मीनिंग्स। और यहाँ वो क्या कहना चाहते हैं कि उसका बिहेवियर जो था पूरी तरह से बुरिश और रूड था। लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट एंड चेक दिस आउट। My father is the dash of the company. HEIR क्या मतलब हुआ? इस सेंटेंस का ही क्या मतलब हुआ? मीनिंग आ गया है, सब आ गया है सामने। So here and here, these two homonyms have got a different meaning. Rajkumari, Sai, Uttara, Santosh, Mandeep, and Babita has given us the right answer. Can somebody tell me what is the correct meaning of this particular thing? हाँ?
My father is here to the company means मेरे पिताजी इस कंपनी के वारिस है, मीन्स
तो आपने जो मीनिंग आपको हमने भेजा है उस वारिस को आपने पकड़ लिया, ठीक है? पर बेसिकली उसका मतलब क्या होगा?
वारिस मीन नॉमिनी मैम,
नॉमिनी। सो हेयर,
या
हेयर, माय फादर इज द हेयर, एच साइलेंट हो जाएगा, हेयर टू द कंपनी। My father is the heir to the company. दोबारा बोलिए। और आपको ये तो पता ही है कि ये जानवर होता है, HARE. Let's go to the next and try this out, please. Okay, let's understand this. You are so vain that you think that everyone is looking at you. क्या मतलब हुआ इस sentence का? VANE. Somebody can try and tell me. आपके पास तो meanings आ रहे हैं ना सामने, तो फिर बताने में क्या है?
नो मैम, कोई मीनिंग नहीं आ रहे हैं।
नहीं आ रहे हैं तो फिर आप इस
नहीं।
सेंटेंस से समझिए अपने आप को, बताइए। You are so dash that you think that everyone is looking for you.
मैम
मतलब क्या
सेकंड
होता है,
ऑप्शन
कई
इज
बार-
राइट आंसर। सेकंड
हाँ,
ऑप्शन इज
मतलब
राइट आंसर।
शाबाश हो।
VAIN. You
हाँ,
are so vain that you think that everyone is looking at you.
मतलब क्या होगा?
मतलब
तुम
मैम
इतने, हाँ,
वेन का मीनिंग क्या है?
वही मैं आपसे पूछ रही हूँ कि ये सेंटेंस जब आपने पढ़ा तो आपको उसकी कुछ तो समझ आया होगा ना, कुछ तो कनेक्ट कर पाए होंगे आप। हाँ, क्या होता है कई बार कॉल, कई लोग ऐसा सोचते हैं ना, जैसे अपन कहीं कॉमन प्लेसेस पे जाते हैं और कई आप स्पेशली आई कैन फाइंड दिस डेज द यंग बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स दे गेट अ फीलिंग दैट सारे के सारे ना मेरी तरफ ही सबका ध्यान है, सब मुझे ही देख रहे हैं। इस तरह की एक सोच लोगों के पास में आती है। तो आप नाराज होकर उनसे ये कहना चाहते हो, तुम अपने बारे में इतना क्या समझते हो, तुम इतने अपने ओपिनियन में ऐसे क्या सोचते हो कि तुम ही सबसे खूबसूरत हो, तुम में ही सारी काबिलियत है, तुम ही सबसे वर्थफुल हो, सारी दुनिया तुम्हें ही देख रही है। तो इतनी सारी चीजें बोलने की बजाय आपने सिर्फ ये शब्द बोल दिया वे, VAIN। जब आप सामने वाले को एक इस तरह की सोच रखता है कि यू हैव और यू आर शोइंग, आप दिखाना चाहते हो कि भाई मैं तो बहुत हाई ओपिनियनेटेड हूँ और मेरे पास अपीयरेंस और एबिलिटी और वर्थ के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मुझसे बेटर कोई नहीं हो सकता है। So there we use the word VAIN. Is that clear? या कोई प्रॉब्लम है?
नो मैम।
अब इसमें एक और शब्द आया है जो हमारे शरीर से रिलेटेड है। कौन सा शब्द है वो?
VAN ही मैम।
हाँ, इसमें ये तो सब पढ़ ही रहे होंगे ना। वेन तो पता है, वेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द फिजिकल, हमारी बॉडी में जो वेन्स चलती हैं, दैट इज VEIN। एंड देन देयर इज दिस वर्ड VANE। देखिए 3 शब्द हैं, तीनों का प्रोनाउंसिएशन वेन है, और तीनों कितने अलग अलग शब्द। तो एक एटीट्यूड से रिलेटेड है, दूसरा बॉडी पार्ट से रिलेटेड है, और तीसरा जो सामान बनता है, जो हमने खुद ने क्रिएट करा है, उससे रिलेटेड है। क्या चीज होती है? एक चौड़ी सी जो ब्लेड होती है, जो कोई भी चीज जब आप देखेंगे ना, अगर आप व्हील को भी देखते हैं, एक पहिए को देखते हैं, तो चारों तरफ वो जो पहिए के साथ में एक उसकी जो ताड़ियां होती हैं, some kind of wires which is getting attached, वो जिसपे अटैच होती है ना, जिसपे वो गोलाकार व्हील घूमता है ताकि वो हवा को या पानी को पुश कर सके, उसको कहते हैं वेन। I hope you are able to understand it. Just think about a wheel. In that wheel circle, in between you will find that the wires are getting attached to it. The wires are attached to it. And what does this particular circular part does? That it throws away the wind and the water so that it can move. But this particular section who does that part is that extra part which is there in that wheel is vane, VANE, vane. Let's go to the next and try this out. The uniform was windmill. Who is this windmill? Yes, we use it in windmill, Uttara. Correct. We use it in windmill. We use it with no, vane is not related to the worth. Yes, you can, Santosh, take that word. Yes, worth. But worth में भी 3-4 चीजों को discriminate, identify करेंगे, then it gives the correct meaning. Okay, coming to this, the uniform was made of thick serge. Somebody knows the serge? ये भी बहुत common शब्द है. थोड़ा सा किसी को आइडिया होगा? SERGE. Somebody can come up and say the answer there. सर्ज, सर्ज एक 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 कपड़ा ऐसा होता है जो ऊनी होता है. सर्ज वो गर्माहट देता है. That's a cloth which gives warmth and it's made up of wool. ऊनी कपड़ा होता है बेसिकली. तो गर्म देने के लिए. बाकी what is this surge? SURG. सर्ज होता है कई बार आप देखेंगे, suppose we all are collectively sitting at one place. Okay, it could be a crowd sitting on the lane, on the streets. Might be some politician is saying something and then the whole crowd is sitting in front. हो सकता है कि कोई आप ऐसी जगह इकट्ठे लोग बैठे हुए हैं और कोई पॉलिटिशियन ना आपको बात कह रहा है, लेकिन उसकी कोई बात ऐसी लग जाती है कि कोई उसमें से एक जना उठ के ना पत्थर फेंकने लगता है और वो एक के साथ में 10 जने और जुड़ जाते हैं. So वो जो एक जने उठ के जो एक्शन जो उसने किया, the way the person got up and just took an action there, and it's something which is a very powerful and a sudden action. Nobody was prepared for such kind of thing. That is something which is called as surge, जिसको हम हिंदी में शब्द बोलते हैं आवेश. कई बार it happens to people like us also. We are absolutely fine, सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है और कोई एक जना एकदम से कुछ ऐसा बोल जाता है कि आपको लगता है कि बट मैंने तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं कहा था. So then also we use this word as surge. Now ये जो चीजें हैं ये कई बार आप कोई बात आपको चुभ गई उसके कारण भी हो सकती है और कई बार आपको ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ ज्यादातर उसी के कारण हम कहेंगे. It's कुछ एक बात. It's sometimes surge word is also related to tides and waves also. The way it moves, the way there is, it was like एकदम शांत समुद्र पड़ा हुआ और एकदम से आप देखेंगे टाइड आ गई, तो हम वहां पर भी इसका इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं सर्ज. उसी से एक्चुअली ये हमारे इमोशंस के साथ कनेक्ट किया गया. सडन स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग. पर किस चीज की स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग? दैट मीनिंग इज करेक्ट. whatever you are typing is correct, but it has to be understood. The heat in the garden made the woman feel faint and weak. ये तो बहुत सिंपल है. Somebody can come forward and tell me what this word means. कोई आगे आके बताना चाहेगा? Anybody from the pro learners? Anybody would like to come and say? Okay, so faint मतलब मूर्छित हो जाना, कुछ वक्त के लिए unconscious हो जाना. FAINT. That faint I'm saying. So the heat of the garden, इतनी गर्मी थी लॉन गार्डन में कि वो जो औरत है वो शायद इतना वीक फील कर रही थी. हो सकता है कि वो फेंट हो गई. फेंट भी हुई और वीक भी हुई, दोनों ही चीजें हम साथ में कर रहे हैं. बट फेंट FEINT का मतलब होता है छल. छल करना किसी के साथ में ना. Intentionally somebody tries to do a deceptive or a kind of, you try to pretend and you blow the person. Especially जब आप किसी के साथ बॉक्सिंग के टाइम पे करते हैं या हाँ, especially I'll say with the boxing sections there, FEINT. The person was not ready and you just come up with another blow there, and it is connected with the kind of thought process we have. People try and do some kinds of conspiracies behind you, and then you get a blow you were not prepared for it. So then also we can relate it to this personal aspect of it. Faint. Yes, faint is weak. Correct. Vijay Kumar. Yes, the small dash held a lethal dose of poison. So small dash. आज सब कुछ मुझे ही बोलना है क्या? प्रो लर्नर खुद से नाराज हैं? Something wrong? Am I not audible to you people? Hello.
Yes, you are, ma'am. You are audible.
हाँ, तो आज थोड़ा कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, कोई दिक्कत आ रही है या ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट हम टॉप वर्ड्स ले आए आपके लिए? दीपक निका.
You don't have.
ओके, देन प्लीज टेल मी द मीनिंग. ओके, अभी जो शब्द आया, अभी जो दीपक हमारे सामने सेंटेंस आया है ना, वो बहुत कॉमन से सेंटेंस है. शब्द भी बहुत कॉमन है. क्या आप उसका मीनिंग बता पाएंगे मुझे? VALE इज द करेक्ट आंसर.
Yeah, ma'am.
हाँ, तो बताएंगे उसका मतलब.
Uh, uh, like
छोटी
like
वाली बॉटल
yeah,
होती है।
yeah, yes,
हाँ,
ma'am.
दैट इज।
No,
आप भी यही
that
कोई एग्जांपल कोट करो, कोई एग्जांपल कोट करो।
yeah.
छोटी बॉटल
I have a small vial
ऑफ व्हाट?
of water. Yes, ma'am.
बताना पड़ेगा ना,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
किस चीज की
I
बॉटल है छोटी?
yes, I have small vial what of water of vial.
अभी क्या ढूंढ रहे हो? कोविड के अंदर क्या काम में लेना पड़ा अपन सबको खुद को
Yes, yes,
सेव
ma'am.
करने के लिए? क्या लगा रहे थे हम लोग?
Sanitizer, ma'am.
हाँ, आई हैव अ स्मॉल वेल ऑफ सैनिटाइजर। छोटी बॉटल है मेरे पास सैनिटाइजर की। सिंपल, इजी। चलो,
Yes.
अभी हमने यहाँ पे शब्द लिया है VILE। सबने मिलके एक दूसरे की मदद करी। दैट इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इज लुकिंग फॉर। कई बार शब्द नहीं मिलते हैं। दीपक को समझ आ रहा था, बट थैंक यू सो मच पॉल फॉर कमिंग अप एंड गिविंग अस द आंसर। बट VILE एक्सट्रीमली अनप्लेजेंट। एक ऐसी सिचुएशन हो सकती है जीवन के अंदर, आप किसी के साथ अगर है, या कोई ग्रुप के अंदर साथ हो सकते हैं, या आप एटमॉस्फेयर की बात कर सकते हैं, एनवायरनमेंट की बात कर सकते हैं कि कहीं आप घूमने के लिए गए, सोचा था वहां बर्फ मिलेगी, पर सारा वेदर इतना खराब था कि इतनी बुरी स्थिति हुई कि हम क्यों गए वहां पे। तो उसकी बजाय आप बोलिए वाइल। इट इज बेसिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट एन अनप्लेजेंट, और वो भी छोटी मोटी अनप्लेजेंट नहीं, बहुत ही एक्सट्रीम में जब अनप्लेजेंट सी सिचुएशन हो जाती है। अनप्लेजेंट सिचुएशन विल बी बोथ वेज। इधर सपोज हम लोग कभी क्या इकट्ठे सब जने साथ में बैठे हुए हैं, एंड यू वर नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग सम काइंड ऑफ आंसर कमिंग फ्रॉम समबडी, एंड दैट आंसर कम्स अप एंड द सिचुएशन गेट्स सो अनप्लेजेंट एक्सट्रीमली दैट एवरीबडी इज लाइक, व्हाई डिड आई कम हियर, व्हाई डिड दिस हैपन विद मी, मैं क्यों आई इन लोगों। तो इट इज लाइक it is that word there. So बिल्कुल ही different शब्द है। Let's come to the next and see this. He had no food. Okay, अब इसमें से कौन सा शब्द हम, आप लोग कुछ भी हिट एंड ट्रायल तो करके देखिए। I had no food. The poor wretch, WRETCH. So Rajkumari, before Mandeep, Abhay, Saddam have given us the right answer. He had no food. The poor unhappy person. ये तो समझ आएगा। अब ये अनहैप्पी पर्सन को हम दूसरा शब्द, एक अच्छा शब्द दे देते हैं जिसको कहते हैं रेच, WRETCH। जिसे कहेंगे ना, एक इंसान अगर उसके कपड़े फटे हुए हैं, बहुत बुरी हालत में है, और सारे बाल पे आप उनकी स्थिति देखेंगे जैसे बेगर्स को हम नॉर्मली देखते हैं, उसको रेच सिचुएशन के नाम से जाना जाता है। अ पर्सन हु इज वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट, a person who is a very unhappy person के नाम से वो आएगा आपके सामने। That exactly is the meaning, WRETCH. There is this another word which is RETCH. This means RETCH means that you make a sound. जब आप कोई आवाज निकालते हो किसकी, वॉमिट करने की, मूवमेंट, kind of that sound that you are trying to create is retch, RETCH. And WRETCH is something which is an unfortunate person, जो बहुत ही, जिसे कहना चाहिए, बहुत ही दुखी सिचुएशन में, जो चीथड़ों वाली स्थिति में आ जाता है। Sorry for that Hindi. It was an dash light that shone over the street. So it was an दोनों ही दिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। Just 1 second. 1 second, please. When ये hold आ गया, actually the screen has got freeze, so I can't see anything. My screen is completely blank. So I have to wait. Anjali, if you're not able to enter the class, you should refresh it and join again, because I cannot see you waiting outside there also. So as Rajput, MS Rajput has given us the right answer. It's airy. It was an airy light that shone over the street. So it was an airy. So we have got three different kinds of airy, and these all airies are having different meanings altogether. Airy, EERIE. So which is the correct answer? मतलब क्या होता है कि किसी भी तरह की ऐसी अजीब सी और डराने वाली, सो EERIE, अजीब सी और डराने वाली, मतलब कि हमने ऐसी अपनी स्ट्रीट के अंदर, गली के अंदर एक इस तरह की लाइट को देखा जो बहुत अजीब थी और डराने वाली थी. सो एरी इज बेसिकली EERIE का मतलब है स्ट्रेंज एंड अनप्लेजेंट, फ्राइटनिंग काइंड ऑफ अ समथिंग. इट कुड बी सिचुएशन आउट. यहाँ पे सेंटेंस लाइट का था, इसलिए मैंने आपके सामने लाइट की बात रखी ना. EYRIE, एरी हियर का क्या मतलब होता है कि एक बहुत बड़ा नेस्ट जो बनाया जाता है, लार्ज नेस्ट जो बर्ड बनाती है ऑफ प्रे, स्पेशली ऑन ईगल, टिपिकली बिल्ड हाई इन अ ट्री और ऑन अ क्लिफ. अब एरी एक बड़ा नेस्ट होता है, मतलब बड़ा तो बोलूंगी इसलिए क्योंकि वो ज्यादातर ये बोला जाता है ईगल के लिए, क्योंकि वो जो है कभी भी नीचे की तरफ अपने नेस्ट को नहीं बनाती. एक्चुअली वो ऑन द वेरी हाई टॉप, एकदम पहुंचना ही मुश्किल हो जाए, बिल्कुल क्लिफ के ऊपर, कोने के ऊपर ही बनाती है अपने बच्चों को जब जन्म देने के लिए, जब वो जगह बनाती है. सो दैट इज EYRE. तो एक बड़ा सा घोंसला जो चिड़िया बनाती है प्रे से बचने के लिए, मतलब कोई आके उसके बच्चों को खा नहीं जाए, तो स्पेशली उसको बनाया जाता है. और ये ईगल के साथ जुड़ा हुआ ज्यादा शब्द है. अब यहाँ पे एरी है ERIE, ये इंग्लिश का कोई शब्द नहीं. ओके, लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट. We have seen people using it, so we just wanted to bring it to your notice. Modern buildings had a heat and smoke dash in every room. ये तो हमें पता है क्या होता है, क्योंकि हम सब काम में लेते हैं. Can somebody tell me? Unmute करके बोलिए, because I'm not asking anyone. मुझे पता ही नहीं चल पा रहा है आज. I don't know what is the issue. जल्दी से आएगा कोई? Sensor. You know what is sensors?
Sensor means when we enter the in lift, that time like what we call
Absolutely. Perfect.
so
Perfect.
in Hindi what we call ma'am sensor.
हिंदी में ये तो मुझे भी सोचना पड़ेगा. सेंसर्स को
संवेदक.
संवेदक.
Yeah.
Okay, so detective machines basically, something can detect the property, physical property, इंसान है, records है, कोई भी संवेदक, as you have seen it there, sensors there. Thank you. CENSOR is again, hello, CENSOR. जैसे अभी उन्होंने बताया आपको कि just explained about the word sensor. I'm talking about the first one, sensor. CENSOR. Sensor is basically एक इंसान जो सरकारी ऑफिशियली बेसिकली एग्जामिन करता है आपकी चीजों को लेके, निरीक्षक जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं, सेंसर्स. तो बेसिकली आप मूवीज के साथ देखते हैं, किताबों के साथ देखते हैं, आर्ट गैलरीज में भी होते हैं इस तरह के सेंसर्स. आपके पास में लोग जिनको इस तरह की अथॉरिटी होती है, जो निरीक्षक होते हैं, and now they are given from the government basically. So I can quickly say it in the English. The meaning it holds that an official who examines material that is about to be released, जो चेक करते हैं, जैसे किताबें हैं, मूवीज है, न्यूज है, आर्ट है, suppress any part that is considered obscene, politically unacceptable or a threat to the security. कोई भी चीज जनता के सामने जाने से पहले इसको पूरी तरह से निरीक्षण जिसका किया जाता है, उस निरीक्षण करने वाले को निरीक्षक कहते हैं. जो कि अगर ऑब्जेक्शनेबल है, मान लीजिए मूवीज में कोई ऐसे ऑब्जेक्शनेबल सीन्स हैं, उसको कोई ना कोई रोकता है, तो वहां पे आप देखेंगे वर्ड सेंसरशिप के सामने आता है. सो सेंसर इज बेसिकली अ ह्यूमन व्हिच इज टॉकिंग अबाउट निरीक्षक, रोक लगाने वाले, संभालने वाले, चेक करने वाले, ऑफिशियल्स होते हैं जिनको पूरी तरह से अधिकार होता है, चाहे तो वो रोक भी सकते हैं। अब यहाँ एक और थर्ड वर्ड है सेंसर, SENSUR। तो बेसिकली वो किसी भी तरह की चीज को डिसअप्रूवल बताना, मतलब कोई एक फॉर्मल सा स्टेटमेंट किसी ने पास किया है, किसी ने एक फॉर्मल सी बात कही गई है, तो उसके ऊपर बहुत जोर से डिसअप्रूवल, सीवियर डिसअप्रूवल को शो करना, एक्सप्रेस सीवियर डिसअप्रूवल ऑन समथिंग और समवन, एंड दिस एक्चुअली कनेक्ट्स विद द फॉर्मल स्टेटमेंट। अगर कोई जिसे कहना चाहिए ना, ऐसे लोगों के साथ में जो आप बहुत ज्यादा खुले हुए नहीं है लेकिन एक फॉर्मल स्टेटमेंट आ जाता है, हो सकता है कि शादी ब्याह से भी रिलेटेड एक फॉर्मल स्टेटमेंट है, अब वो आप लोगों से जुड़े हुए होते हैं, लेकिन उससे रिलेटेड भी अगर आप कोई एक एक्सट्रीम स्टेटमेंट देते हैं तब हम उसको सेंसर में लेते हैं। दिस इज लास्ट, आई थिंक आज थोड़ा ज्यादा हमने हेवी वर्ड्स ले लिए आप लोगों के लिए। इफ यू डू नॉट वॉश योर स्किन प्रॉपरली, द पोर्स विल गेट क्लॉग्ड। आपके अपने शरीर के अंदर, सबके शरीर के अंदर थोड़े थोड़े से छेद होते हैं, और उन छेद को बेसिकली हम अंग्रेजी में पोर्स के नाम से जानते हैं, PORES, पोर्स। सो दैट इज which allows the skin, ये बेसिकली कुछ सेकंड्स के लिए ये स्किन को में खोलते हैं और फिर बंद हो जाते हैं। सो वेरी वेरी माइन्यूट इन द बॉडी, और शायद इसी के कारण हम लोग बीमारियों के शिकार भी हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज यू गेट ट्रैप एंड इट क्लियरली गोज इन द ब्लड डायरेक्टली, एंड दैट व्हाट इट हैपेंस। सो नेक्स्ट इज POURS, पोर्स। पोर का मतलब आप कोई भी लिक्विड को लेके ऐसे पोर नहीं करते कंटेनर के अंदर, तो हम उसको वहां पे लेते हैं पोर, POREPOURS is pores। she pour the water, POUR, उसने जग में से ग्लास में पानी को डाला,
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session. I hope you all can hear me. To our pro learners, I've sent the invite. Guys, please join. So we have two topics that we'll be covering today. That is order of adjectives, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 right now and part 2 at 4 p.m. So order of adjectives is nothing but when we have multiple adjectives in a sentence, how do we use? So what is the order that needs to be followed when it comes to different aspects, like, you know, when you are describing your opinion, or when you're talking about the quality of something, or how good or bad is something. So basically, personal opinions, then there are personal opinions, then the factual things. So these are the aspects, different adjectives that we'll be looking at today, and how do we use them in a particular sentence if there are more than one adjective, if there is more than one adjective, and what is the order that we need to follow. So these are some rules that we'll be looking at today. These are generally accepted terms. Okay, we'll just wait for a minute or two and then start. Allow everyone to join. So when we talk about order of adjectives, you will come across things related to your personal opinion, something that is the quantity of the particular thing. So that again is adjective, size, quality, shape, etc. So these are the things that we'll come across today. Okay. All right. I see some names on the chat here. Guys, please join. I've sent the invite again. We'll begin the session in a minute. Okay. We just don't want anyone to miss out the start of the topic. So
what's your talk on whitewash captain Rohit Sharma?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
What's your take on whitewash captain Rohit Sharma?
He's doing well. It's a pretty good record from the start, actually. Now let's see how it does in the longer format, which is very important. So yeah, it's doing well. Started well. So, but even in the past, whenever he led in the Asia Cup, etc., we had won. So
records are good that time also.
Yes, that's correct. I think different style of captaincy, but very tactically is good. So fortunate that, you know, we have 2 or 3 guys who are pretty capable. These two especially. I think it's probably the only candidate to take over.
Sir, but at least they should have continued Kohli in tests as a captain, sir.
Left it himself. So, but yeah, we know certain things didn't go well. So yeah, that I agree. I think not probably, definitely the all-time greatest test captain. Without a doubt, would have broken all all records, and we would have won more series as well. Unfortunately, in South Africa, we lost, which was a very important series, but that's how it goes sometimes. Even though we missed the test, which was the biggest thing, actually. The main reason, actually, I think. Apart from a couple of injuries. Yeah, we'll see how it goes this year. Okay, so I think we have most of our learners. Guys, the reason I was waiting is don't want anyone to miss out the start of the topic. Okay. All right, let's start. Tarup, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the first slide.
When more than one adjective comes before a noun, the adjectives are normally in a particular order. Adjectives which describe opinions or attitudes, example, amazing, usually come first before more neutral, factual ones. Example, red. Example, she was wearing an amazing red coat.
Very good. So make a note that your opinion is always the one that comes first. That's why you never hear someone saying she was wearing a red amazing coat. No, not right. Okay, it doesn't sound right as well. So always remember your opinion, personal opinion always comes first. Logically, also, if you look at it, it makes sense. Why? Because what might seem amazing to you might not be so amazing for me, right? We were talking about the sport. I might consider someone to be very good at something. I might not consider someone to be very good at. You might not consider that person to be good at something. So, or I might consider, I might like a movie, amazing movie. Someone else might say that was a pathetic movie. Yes. So yes, your opinion is something that should always come first because we personally have different opinions, right? You might like something, I might not be inclined towards it. So personal opinion always first. Remember that, okay? Before the other things like neutral ones, like the factual ones, something the size, the color, the the quality, etc. Quantity rather. That should always come next. So that is what we will look at. Karthik, go ahead, read the next slide.
Yes, sir. There are certain rules regarding the placement of different kinds of adjectives in a sentence. The general order followed is first determiners. These are the various articles, the, and demonstratives, this, that, though, these, those, possessives, my, mine, your, yours, quantifiers, all, many, etc. Numerals 1, 20, 37, etc. And distributives, each, every, neither, either. Determiners. Determiners usually come first in the order of the adjectives. Observations are quantity
just a minute. We'll look at these individually. So when you say that determiners comes first in the order, obviously he is an amazing, he is an amazing player, for example. So your determiner and obviously comes first. So that's the basic thing. So whenever you talk about, or I have an amazing house, let's say my mine, okay. He let's say he stole my amazing watch, for example, okay. Or the other quantifiers here, all, many. He has made many amazing movies, for example. Okay, so determiners will always come first. The numbers obviously come first. He has 22 brilliant. He has two beautiful houses, for example. Okay, so again, the numbers come first. So determiners always come first, then your opinion. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Observations are quantity and opinion. After determiners come the adjectives that give a quantity and subjective opinion to the noun, telling how much and how was the noun. Examples are few, most, one, three, or beautiful, ugly, difficult, etc.
It's one of the most, let's say, this is one of the most difficult tasks I have ever handled. Okay, there are a few brilliant students in the class. Okay, yeah, so you can use all of these when it comes to observation, quantity and opinion. Okay, so quantity and subjective opinion. So that's why opinions, we consider subjective opinion, whatever, as I mentioned earlier, what your opinion might be different to what I might think about a particular thing, the same thing, in fact. So that's why observation, quantity and opinion. Please continue.
Third one is size. The position after observations is for the adjectives that tell about the size of the noun. Examples are huge, little, bulky, thin, vast, tiny, lean, etc.
Yeah, that's fine. Continue.
Fourth one is condition. Condition tells us the general condition or state of something. Example, broken, cold, hot, wet, hungry, rich, easy, difficult, dirty.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Just a minute. Still adding. I've done it.
Sir, but how to remember all these points?
You make sentences, you would understand that this is how you come across all the sentences which have multiple adjectives, because you see, you don't cover everything in a sentence, right? There are about 9 or 8 or 10 largely accepted, about 10 forms that you 10 order 10 things that you'd cover, 10 aspects that you cover in terms of adjective order, but you don't come across all 10 in one, right, sentence. You'll come across 2 or 3 maybe maximum. So when you make sentences with practice, you understand that this is how we generally speak. This is just that we are learning the rules right now, but even when you change the order, you understand that there's something wrong there. The sound, most of the times, any language is all about sounds. If something does not sound right, it is largely incorrect. Okay. If something sounds right, it's largely correct. So when we look at some sentences, you'll understand. We'll see whether telling that particular sentence the other way around makes sense or no, is what we will look at. Okay. Yes, sometimes when you talk about adjective orders, different sources might, quote slightly different order, meaning sometimes the what do you call as probably the shape or the color or origin may come one way or the other, but that's why we'll look at some examples to see what is the largely accepted order. Okay. All right. So here we spoke about observations, quantity, and opinion. We discussed that. Then comes the size. Okay. We'll look at examples, then we'll come back to this. Okay. So let's say we talk about the size. Let's say, for example, he was a handsome, tall, thin man, for example. Okay. I'm just giving an example here. So when I say handsome, I'm talking about something that is an opinion. Okay. Then I spoke about tall. Okay. So that can, in terms of a person, can refer to what? The size of something. Size, yes. And what is the sentence? Handsome, tall, thin, probably. Okay. So that is what I'm referring to as the physical quality or the condition. Okay. Physical quality or condition. The reason here, the physical quality can also obviously mean any material. I'm talking about a person. So that's why I'm using it as a physical condition. Okay. And then let's say young man. Okay. Then young is what we refer to here as the age. Before age comes the shape, but I don't have the shape in my sentence here. I can attribute that to the fact that he was thin. Okay. Beautiful, handsome, tall, thin young man. He is a handsome, tall, thin young man. Okay. Now in this sentence, this is the order that I've followed. Obviously, it's grammatically correct. There's nothing wrong in this. So this is how we remember this. This is the accepted order. So just remember, make a note of it, that the determiners are first your quantity, quality, or opinion. Okay. Sorry, observation, quantity, and opinion is something that comes next. Then comes the size, and then comes the condition. Just remember this. Okay. If you want to make a note of it, please do so. Okay. All right. Let's continue. I'll give you all a minute to go through this slide, and then we'll move to the next one. Just a minute. So that condition, just make a note of it. Condition / physical quality, okay, is what I'm talking about. Condition or physical quality, whatever we can. Broken, cold, hot, wet, easy, difficult. Okay. These are some examples. Physical quality or condition. All right. Thin, fat, whatever. Small, big. These are all Yeah, small, big, sorry, will come in small, big, tall can come in the form of the size. Okay.
Sir, in Instagram, I saw one code, sir, for this order of adjectives. The code is OSASCAMP. 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 But in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
only there are only 7 letters.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I mentioned that you'll come across different sources in that. We'll try and cover what is the maximum thing. That will only be, as you mentioned, 7 letters. So it covers only 7 forms. But probably what it refers to is that they kind of look at the size and the shape as one. So that's why,
Yes.
because some of the things, size and shape, both begin with S, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's why probably could be that.
Similar to fanboys.
Yes, origin, opinion again is O. So we can't be, we can't rely on that because opinion comes first, then comes the other things. Right. Let's continue with Komal. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Read the 1, 2, 3. Read till 6 till color. Just read till color.
Okay, sir. Color. Next are the adjectives that tell the
Now, upar se, you need to read from the beginning, from determiners, observation, opinion, size, condition, then continue.
determiners, sir, size, observation, opinion, size, and condition.
Now continue. Yeah.
As after condition,
Age.
it is the turn. Age.
Yeah.
After condition, it is the turn of the objectives that tell about the age of a noun, either by itself or in relation to another noun. Young, old, teenage, mature, recent,
Bygone.
bygone, etc. extra, etc. सर इसको क्या पढ़ते हैं?
etc. Yes.
Fifth, shape. Next are the adjectives that tell about the shape or
Appearance
of the noun. Circular, crooked, triangular, oval, wave,
wavy,
etc. Six, color. Next are the adjectives that tell us shade and
hue
of a noun. Poster, red, blue, metallic, colorless,
translucent,
etc.
That's fine. Thank you. Anjali, please continue.
8th one, pattern. The pattern or design of something. Striped, spotted, checked, flowery. 9th one, origin. Yeah. Adjective that show the different geographical locations. Southern, northern, lunar, Mexican, French, etc. 10th one, material. Adjective that talk about the raw material or texture of the objects or the behavior of the living nouns. Wooden, plastic, steely, metallic, cotton, cottony, etc.
That's fine. Thank you. Z, please continue. Read the next two.
Material.
After material, qualifier.
Qualifier. The qualifier or the grammatical or the grammatical modifier is used as an additional word or phrase to change the meaning of the noun in a sentence. Example: a fairly good idea. Fairly as a grammatical modifier indicates an almost large or reasonable degree of a quality. Fairly accurate, fairly well of, etc. Purpose. A purpose adjective describes what something is used for.
These adjectives often end with ing. Example, sleeping, as in sleeping bag, roasting, as in roasting tin.
So thank you. Just go through this particular slide for a minute or two, guys. We will discuss it. Just making a note of something. So just go through this particular slide. If you have any questions, just keep it to yourself for a while. We'll discuss that. Okay. Just verifying something. Okay. For our learners who probably joined late, this is what we started in terms of, just to summarize the first slide. There are certain rules when we talk about the placement of different kinds of adjectives in a sentence when there are multiple adjectives. Okay. So what we started is when more than one adjective comes before a noun. Okay. The adjectives are nothing but describing words. Okay. Which describe opinions or attitudes always come first. So determiners should come first before the opinion, of course. Determiners are nothing but the articles, demonstrative possessives, like the examples given here. Articles, we all know, they and the, and, then the demonstrative, this, that, those, possessive, mine, yours, okay, yours, quantifier, जो quantity बताते हैं, all, many, etc. The numbers, numerical, okay, 1, 2, 3, 20, 30, 40, whatever. Distributive, each, every. Determiners usually come first in the order of adjectives. So that obviously is common because you are talking about a particular person, a particular thing, that always comes first, which is something that we generally follow, the very common practice. Basic stuff. So observations, quantity, and opinion. Now, opinion is something because your personal opinion about something may be different to mine. आप जिस चीज को अच्छा कहते हैं मेरे लिए शायद वो बुरा हो, या आपको जो पसंद आए वो मुझे शायद पसंद नहीं आए. So that's why opinion is something that is very personal. That's why in the adjective order, opinions are something that always come first. Along with that, observation and quantity, that is kind of given together depending on what is included in the sentence. आपके context में क्या है? It can either be an observation or an opinion. What is the difference between observation and opinion? What is the difference between an observation and an opinion? Why is it given different, separately? Observation, quantity, opinion.
Sir, we can give our opinion without observing also.
And the other way around.
Yeah, we cannot give opinion with observation, sir. We observe something and we say something.
No, but you can give your opinion without observing something completely as well, right? And make a mistake.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you can you can share your observation without giving an opinion as well. Right. So if I see that something wrong is happening, okay, I observe something wrong is happening, but I don't give my opinion on it. That is still possible. I can observe something without giving an opinion, right? An observation may not necessarily be shared with everyone. It is a personal thing. Whereas opinion is also personal, but it can be shared in a group of friends or, on a particular platform, right? So on a public or a private platform, it can be shared. Observation is something that you can keep it to yourself. I can observe something, but does not mean that I have to share it with you. Sharing that, yes, but if I give my opinion on something, that means कि मैंने किसी चीज पर टिप्पणी की. Or observation is something, मैंने कुछ देखा, I observed something, but I may not necessarily have an opinion on it. So that's the difference between observation and opinion. Okay. And as I mentioned, you can give an opinion without observing something completely and go wrong as well. मतलब आपने आधी चीज देखी है, you observed what you felt is completely right, but that may not necessarily be the case. And you shared your opinion, but someone else might tell you that you haven't observed completely. Like for example, in when we do practices or when students conduct experiments, right? You write thesis after completing experiments, right? Science students, or in masters, we have to write your thesis on something, right? you might probably not have observed everything and wrote that. So the person might give you a feedback stating that although you put in the effort, your opinion is only based on what you observed, and which unfortunately was not in totality. So that's the difference between observation and opinion. Then comes the size, then comes the condition. Condition can be attributed to physical quality, condition or / physical quality, usko aap likh sakte hain. Okay, all right. Then we spoke about the age. Okay, age of something. Age here we refer to young, old, teenage, mature. Now I have an opinion about this where I would include shape before age. Okay, there is a possibility you can include shape before age. So this you can just consider as depending on the context. Possible है कि एक sentence में तो हर एक ये जो चीजें दी है, हर एक जो order दिया है, वो एक sentence में तो नहीं होगा, right? In one sentence you will not have all the 8 or 10 orders that we are discussing here. I would prefer to choose shape before age. It depends on the context of your sentence. Okay, depends on the context of your sentence. When we look at some examples, you might probably discover that. Okay, let's say, for example, if I were to give you opinion, then physical size and age. Yeah, so there is a possibility you can obviously have an opinion, you can have a size, a quality, and then directly an age, right? But if there is a shape, then I would prefer to use the shape before the age. For example, let's say this amazing, that's my opinion, amazing World Cup is 20. Belongs to the century. Okay. All right. Now, let's say if I were to make this sentence, this amazing old object belongs to the 20th century. How many adjectives in this? This amazing old object belongs to the 20th century. How many adjectives in the sentence, guys?
Amazing world 20th.
Exactly. So what have I used here? Have I used the, I've used the, what do you call it? But I've used the condition first, right? So let's say this amazing old round object, okay, or rectangular object, okay, object belongs to the 20th century. Now, how many adjectives? 4, correct?
4.
Yeah. So have I used the age first or the size first?
Size first.
Shape, I mean, sorry, not size, shape. Yeah. Shape. It's not the size, it's the shape that I've used here. So circular, triangular, oval, wavy, straights, okay. So as I mentioned here, it's given the other way around. I would prefer to use the shape, and that is the largely accepted term as well, where you use the shape before the age. But it's just because we don't come across sentences which have multiple adjectives, 4 or 5 adjectives. Very rarely, seldom you'll come across those. There's a sentence, there's a word given here, bygone. What is the meaning of the adjective bygone in terms of age? If I want to rephrase my sentence, I can also say this amazing old rectangular object belonging to the bygone era, or belongs to, tell me the meaning of the sentence, bygone era. This amazing old rectangular object belongs to a bygone era. What is the meaning of bygone in this? Era is obviously a noun. Bygone means what in this sentence? This amazing old rectangular object belongs to a bygone era. What is the meaning of bygone in this sentence? My sentence.
Means it's very long back.
Explain it properly. When I say bygone, it means what in terms of age?
A very long back, sir.
Long back, yeah. Long back is fine. Yeah, long back. Yeah, sorry, someone else was saying something. Long ago is the right word, actually. Okay. So something from belonging to an earlier time. Okay. Bygone is a word that can be used as a noun as well. When I say rural bygones or modern bygones, I can use it as a noun. But here I'm talking about it as an adjective. Why? Because I'm talking about belonging to an earlier time. Again, in the same sentence, I have replaced the word 20th century to a bygone era. Maybe the speaker, I don't know what is, whether it's the 18th or the 19th or the 20th century or the 15th century, I don't know. So I'm just using bygone era. So basically means purana, जिसे कहते हैं हिंदी में, something that is बीता हुआ, गुजरा हुआ, right? So व्यतीत जिसे कहते हैं हिंदी में, that is a bygone era, former, past. So here again in my sentence, I have used the shape before the age. Okay. So as I mentioned, I would consider using the shape before the age, not the other way around. So clear? This is a good example. We've covered all. What is amazing? Amazing reflects what? My personal opinion. Okay. Old reflects what? The condition.
Age.
Sorry? Age, yes. The age here in this case. Rectangular reflects what?
Shape.
Shape. Bygone reflects what? Age here in this case. Okay. So here, if I want to add one more thing here, let's say what we spoke about was size as well, right? Old, long. Okay. Let's say, just give me a minute. I put a comma to this. And this obviously referred to the determiners there. Okay. I can also say this amazing long old rectangular object belongs to a bygone era. Now I've added what? When I add long?
Shape.
Size.
Size.
Or little or huge. Okay. You can use this amazing huge old rectangular object belongs to a bygone era. So again, I'm just giving you all example where I've used the observation, the determiner first, my personal opinion or observation, then the size of it, then the condition of it, which is condition or age can be considered in this case because similar, old or whatever. But here it's specifically age. If I want to add a condition to my same sentence, let's say broken, just add broken. Okay. This amazing long broken, okay, broken old rectangular object belongs to a bygone era. I can do that. Okay. So I've added, the sentence is grammatically correct. Okay. I've just typed the sentence. This amazing long broken old rectangular object belongs to a bygone era. So I've covered determiner, observation, size, the condition of it, the age of it, okay, the shape of it, shape of it, and then the age of it, okay, in the sentence. So we've covered kind of 6, amazing, long, broken, old, bygone, 5. And the first one obviously is a determiner. So we've covered 5 adjectives, in this one sentence itself. Okay. So we are clear till here. Okay. So as I mentioned, I would consider the shape, using the shape before the age. If there is a sentence where the shape is missing, obviously the age will come first. Then you talk about color. old black rectangular object. Color, okay. Pattern, similar to what you've used here. But pattern, when we talk about pattern, we use the stripped, spotted, checked, flowery. Design or pattern is one thing, okay. Origin, whether it is southern, northern, lunar, Mexican, French, Indian, American, whatever. So the origin comes next. Material and qualifier, okay. And then the purpose. The common accepted forms, the 10, I am just typing it here so that if anyone is confused, I can just to clear that. Make a note of this, okay. Opinion, size, physical quality or the condition that we spoke about here, shape, age, color, origin, material, type, and purpose. Okay, 10. These are the 10 that are the largely accepted orders. I've typed it on the chat, and the sentence that we've discussed kind of covers most of it. So you can simply keep adding and you'll find your order. Okay. So in your free time, just practice like this. Okay. Make a sentence with your opinion first, then include the size of it, then the condition or physical quality of it, then the shape of it, the age of it, the color, origin, material, type, and purpose. Try and add as many as you can, and you'll see that your sentence is grammatically correct or no. Okay. What is the meaning of the word wavy and all we knew? Crooked is fine, we know that. Hue, what is the meaning of the word hue, H-U-E, in this sentence? Yahan par diya hai, just to understand the vocabulary, a bit of the vocabulary. First, look at crooked. What is the meaning of the word crooked?
Crooked means, sir, cunning.
Yeah.
Cunning.
Curved. Here it means curved. Okay, curved, basically. Curved. The other thing will be dishonest. He's a crooked man. That will be a different thing. That will be a criminal or a nefarious or a dishonest man. Here we can talk about, you can use it as a curved, something that is referring to the size. Okay, here in this case. Okay, the shape rather. Sorry, the shape. Then what is the meaning of the word hue? H-U-E. Hue. Hue का मतलब होता है रंग, the color or shade, shade and color. Okay, the color or shade. The difference between color and shade is, shade can be a part of the color, right? So greenish, yellowish. Okay, that's what we call as a shade. All right. What is the meaning of the word? Yeah.
Example of type.
I'll come to that. The other thing here given is translucent. What is the meaning of the word translucent? Guys, please ask if you have any questions about any vocabulary used. What is the meaning of the word translucent? Guys, anyone? What is the meaning of the word translucent? Something that is semi-transparent, allowing the light but not detailed shapes to pass through. So transparent is something, a word which allows everything, even the shape, to pass through. But translucent means it's semi-transparent, not completely transparent. Okay. So pellucid or translucent basically means allowing light but not detailed shapes to pass through. That's why it's called semi-transparent, not completely transparent. Okay. All right. Then comes the pattern, is what we've already discussed. Origin, kahan se hai? So the same sentence, probably, you just add Indian to that. The sentence that I made, this amazing, long, broken, old rectangular object belongs to a bygone Indian era. Okay, bygone Indian era. Okay, so that would become your origin. Okay, bygone Indian era. Okay. Right, got it. So Indian era. Okay, then comes the material. Okay, this material is kind of similar to what I would consider as the type. Okay, but yeah, this, it says, talks about the raw material or the texture of the objects: wooden, plastic, steely, metallic, cotton. So in this case, I have used a old rectangular object. I can say old rectangular. Give me a material Okay, old rectangular, let's say
Sir, glass.
metallic, yeah, or glass object, yeah, that's fine, or metallic or whatever, or iron, let's say iron. Okay, irony. Okay, let's say iron. Okay, irony will be, yeah, irony is fine. Actually, I can use irony, something that is of or like iron. Okay, so let's say this amazing, long, broken, old, rectangular irony object belongs to a bygone Indian era. Okay, covered most of the adjectives actually in the sentence. All right, right. So here I've used irony. So irony, you can use it as a type. Your question similar to the material. Okay, so material or type will be subjective matter. Depends on what is included. So the moment you say wooden or irony or metallic, that is actually the type that you are describing, right? So that can be considered as a part of the type of object that it is. Okay, right? Yeah, pretty long sentence that we discussed, but yeah, it's grammatically correct. We can use that. So again, I'll just type the sentence here. And then the qualifier or the grammatical modifier is used as an additional word or phrase, a fairly good idea, fairly as a grammatical modifier. Yeah, that's fine. That again depends on the sentence, so we'll ignore that. Okay. Purpose is very important here. Yeah, purpose always comes last. So what we started with is what? An opinion. And last is what? A purpose. Okay. So sleeping as in sleeping bag, roasting as in roasting tin. Okay. Let me give you an example with a purpose. Okay. Let's say okay. This object is used for cleaning the house. Okay. Okay. This small object, this amazing small object is used for cleaning the house. How many adjectives in my sentence?
Sir, amazing. Sir, can you repeat once?
This amazing small object is used for cleaning the house.
Sir, three.
Three.
Amazing small cleaning.
Cleaning, very good. So amazing is my opinion. Small is the size of it. And then cleaning is obviously here, the act of cleaning. Okay. All right. So just give me a minute. The purpose will always be used the last, like for example, describe what something is used for. Okay. So these adjectives often end with ing. Okay. So although it sounds a noun, but cleaning kind of used as an adjective in a sentence because it's modifying the noun house in this case. Okay. So it becomes an adjective. So always remember, it starts with what? Starts with your opinion, ends with the purpose. So again, opinion, size, physical quality or condition, shape, age, color, origin, material, type, and purpose. The sentence that we discussed mostly covered every aspect of the order that we discussed here. Okay. So let's move to the exercises before we run out of time. We have another topic on order of adjectives part 2. We'll discuss that at 4 p.m. So let's complete this. So I hope everyone's clear. We've spent enough time on the explanation. So you'll come across different sentences. All you need to do is simply complete the sentence. Okay.
Part 2 is easier than part 1, sir.
Yeah, exactly. That's correct. The first part is largely about the explanation. I hope you all have made a note of the order that I've typed here. Just in physical quality, just type / condition. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Abhay, go ahead. Read the page 4. Abhay. Abhay, आप mute पर हो. I'm unable to hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Read the sentence, page 4.
Yes, sir. Advan is the right answer, ma'am. Yes, sir. He was wearing a dirty old stripped,
Flannel. Flannel.
Helen, Hannel, shirt.
Yeah, I'll explain the meaning of the word flannel. Sorry, there's a lot of sound in the background. Anyone knows what is the meaning of the word flannel? Here is used as a type. You are asking for an example for the word flannel. Flannel is you. What is the meaning of the word flannel? Flannel, although is used as a noun, here is modifying the noun shirt. That's why we've considered it as an adjective here in this case. What is the meaning of the word flannel, guys? Anyone knows what is the meaning of the word flannel?
No idea, sir.
Flannel का मतलब होता है basically something that is made of a soft woven fabric. Typically made of what? Soft fabrics are made of what? Either wool or cotton. Okay, slightly milled and raised. So something that is a soft fabric is called as a flannel. Okay, so soft woven fabric of various types is known as a flannel. Okay, so here in the sentence, obviously the speaker is referring to dirty, the condition of it, old, the age. Striped. Striped is used here as what?
Pattern.
Pattern, absolutely, very good. Pattern, and then flannel is used here as the type of a shirt. So he was wearing a dirty old stripped, not striped, striped here. It's striped actually. Yeah, actually, I think the spelling of this is, I'm not sure if it's incorrect. Okay, striped. Yeah, it's correct. It's talking about not strip. It's striped. So striped basically something that is marked with stripes. Okay, so striped woolen. So जो stripes वाले जो soft fabric woolen shirts होते हैं, that is known as a flannel. Okay, all right, good. Let's continue with Bipul. Can you hear me? Bipul, you're again on mute. Just check your connection. Okay. Deepika, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Read the next slide.
I used to drive a blue old German. Second one.
Second one is not correct. First one is correct. Read the sentence.
I used to drive an old blue German car.
Old, age. Okay. Age. Old, color, blue.
Blue.
Okay. And then German. Here, so age pehle, then as I mentioned in my order as well, I've mentioned the age first. Okay. So age, then the color, and then what? Origin. Origin in mein aaya, right? So I used to drive an old blue German car. Okay.
Okay,
All right. Thank you. Vaishnavi, go ahead. Read the next slide.
Yes, sir. He sat behind a big wooden brown.
Yeah, he sat behind a big, the size, brown color, wooden, the material here in this case. Okay, so material or type. So he sat behind a big brown wooden desk. Okay, yeah. Even if you read like this, he sat behind a wooden big brown desk, just doesn't sound right. So that's why that's why the rules are there, so that it helps you to understand that sentences when spoken the other way around, when the order is not right, also don't sound right. He sat behind a brown big wooden desk. Somehow, the sentence seems like, you are stating something first, then going to the other. So that's why he sat behind a big brown wooden desk. So this is the rule, follow it. Big, the size always comes first, then the color is mentioned here. Then is the material or the type of it. Okay, the wooden desk. Thank you. Tarub, go ahead, read the next one.
Me, I, sir.
Green, delicious, ripe. So the first one.
Yeah, correct. Read the sentence.
I ate delicious, ripe, green apple.
Delicious is what here? Is your
opinion.
Opinion, yes. Something that is delicious for you, to you, might not be for me. Okay, good. Ripe, condition.
Condition.
Very good. Condition, yes, absolutely. Condition. And green, obviously, is the color in this case.
Color.
Okay. Karthik, go ahead, read the next one.
It's very difficult. Okay.
Read the sentence, you'll understand.
Okay.
Opinion is always first, so that's
First
your
one.
hint. Yeah,
First
exactly.
one is correct, by lucky. I went to the neighborhood bookstore and bought an interesting small Spanish book.
Absolutely. Opinion,
Interesting, you don't know small is size. Spanish is the origin.
Origin, correct. Deepika, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the next slide.
What an box, I can't imagine.
Opinion पहले आता है, so that is your hint.
Ugly, old.
पूरा sentence पढ़िए, जोर से पढ़िए. I'm not able to hear you.
Sir, second one is right. What an ugly old rectangular box.
What
I
an ugly old rectangular box.
Rectangular box. I can't imagine you want to pack your stuff in that.
Very good. I can't imagine you want to pack your stuff in that. So opinion, age, yes, and then the rectangular is the shape. Okay.
Shape.
Yeah. So you see, in the order it was mentioned the other way around. But as I mentioned, I would. Yeah, but here they've actually, they've mentioned the age first here in this case, but probably old is here used as the condition, not as an age. So that's why it's mentioned here first before the shape. So that's why it's used here as before the shape. So that's fine. You can consider it as a condition. So the order is correct. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's continue. Anjali, go ahead. Read the next slide. Anjali, can you hear me? आप म्यूट पर हो. You're on mute. I'm unable to hear you.
A pretty silk Chinese scarf is worn by the girl.
Worn,
by that
yes.
girl.
A pretty Chinese silk. It cannot be silk Chinese. आपने क्या पढ़ा? First या second?
Oh, first पढ़ा मैंने.
Exactly. So the second one is correct. Obviously, here silk is the type or the material that always comes last. So a pretty Chinese, because the origin needs to come first. आप logically अगर बात करेंगे तो पहले the country of origin will come first, then the material. So material कहाँ से आया? Ask yourself that question. You understand that material comes from, the type of it comes from, the origin is whatever country. So here in this case is China. So opinion, then the origin, then the material or the type is used here. Okay. So a pretty Chinese silk scarf is worn by that girl. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Komal, go ahead. Read the next one. Choose the correct option.
He invited that young, beautiful lady to dinner.
Beautiful is your opinion. Is your opinion, right? So opinion always comes first. Read the first sentence. He invited
that beautiful young lady to dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Opinion is always first. So whenever we talk about he's a handsome young man, she's a beautiful young lady, you always notice that beautiful is the word that comes first. She's a pretty young woman, for example, or she's a pretty young girl. So beautiful is your opinion. So that's why it will always come first. Okay. Then the age. All right. In this case, young, obviously. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Z, go ahead. Read the next one.
Okay, sir.
Porcelain is how you pronounce that word.
Porcelain is what, sir?
Read the sentence.
Merrily husband gave her a French porcelain vase.
Porcelain is something that is ceramic. वो चीनी मिट्टी जिसे कहते हैं हिंदी में. That's called porcelain. Okay. So yeah, it's actually porcelain is used as a noun, but here it's obviously modifying the noun vase. So that's why Mary's husband, material. Yes, absolutely. Material in this case. So Mary's husband gave her a French origin, French porcelain vase. Okay. All right. Thank you. Abhay, go ahead. Read the next one.
Yes, sir. There are two beautiful red dresses in her closet.
Closet.
Yes,
Closet. Cupboard. So there are two beautiful red dresses, plural, in her closet. Closet is how you pronounce the word, not set. Closet. Okay. वो Z sound होता है, so that's why you pronounce it as closet, not closet. Okay. Okay. All right. Just give me a minute. Okay, Deepika, go ahead, read the next slide.
Yes. A dirty old black cat is wandering this stress.
Wandering is how we pronounce the word. So a dirty old black
Wandering.
cat is wandering the streets. Okay. You don't need to use the preposition on the streets here. It's understood that when you're talking about wandering means that the person is roaming around on the particular street. Okay. Wandering, wanderer. Okay. To wander. Ghumna kahin par. So a dirty old black cat is wandering the streets. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Just give me a minute. My system is stuck on page 13 actually. Okay. What page are you on, guys?
13. Not 12. 13.
Yeah, that's fine. So
14.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Tarup, go ahead, read the next one.
Yes, sir. One
Read the sentence.
use old.
Yeah, first one is correct. Read the first
I
sentence.
was
Yeah.
an unusual, but
I was offered an unusual gold ring by my husband. See, unusual is your opinion. May or may.
I was
Yeah,
offered an unusual gold ring by my husband.
yeah, very good. Unusual is your opinion. Maybe you've not seen it before, so that's why.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Thanks for joining. Hi Sudhir, Zishan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How are you all?
Good afternoon. Fine, ma'am.
How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well. How about you?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm great. I'm good.
All right, superb. I'm just waiting for everyone to join in. Many of you have joined via chat also. Good afternoon to you as well. So, Sudhir, you were there in the morning session, right? I think you had joined at that time.
Yeah, ma'am, I was there.
Correct, yeah. But you didn't get a chance to speak, I remember.
Yes, yes, yes.
So in this session, definitely, you should participate. So ideally, what we are doing, right, is we are trying to have interview-based scenarios. In the morning, some of you are trying to be the interviewer, the other person was the candidate, and trying to ask some questions and answer some questions. And then we were having discussions around them. So that's how what we're going to do now also. One moment. Hold on. I'm just seeing if anyone else is trying to join, so then we can start off. Saurabh, Isha, yeah, whoever would like to join, you can go ahead. I think the invites have been sent to you all. So Sudhir and Zishan, we can start with you all if you'd like. Yeah. So Sudhir and Zishan, who would want to be the interviewer? Who wants to be the interviewer and who would like to be the, the candidate? So of course, we are not asking like technical questions or, very subject matter related questions, of course. You can try asking questions to know about the person or to know about, what they have been doing, those kind of questions related to their skills, their personality, things like that. Sudhir, do you want to try?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So, Zishan, will you be able to partner up with Sudhir? Yes, Zishan, you're on mute. Would you like to be Sudhir's partner? I think you're facing some network problem, is it, Zishan? I can't hear you. You're not on mute. आप mute पे नहीं हो, but आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
I'm audible?
You're audible now, Zishan.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. So
be
which role I'm supposed to play, ma'am?
What do you want to be? The interviewer or the candidate?
Anything you like, ma'am. No problem.
Okay, we'll ask Sudhir. Sudhir, what would you like to be?
Interview, ma'am. Interviewer.
Interviewer. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll start off then. Sudhir, you can start. Zishan, accordingly, you try to answer and see how. Yeah, Sudhir. Oh, I think again he's joining. Okay, Zishan, I think there's some problem on his side. Just give him 1 minute.
Right, ma'am.
He's facing some network issue, I think.
Yeah, ma'am. No, am I audible now?
Yeah, you're audible. Yes. Go ahead, Sudhir. Yeah, please start.
What's the name of candidate, ma'am? I forgot his name.
Zishan.
Zishan.
Nishan.
My name is Zishan. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Nishan.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Nishan, actually, can you start by taking a permission to enter in the cabin? Can you start like that?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Why not? So, may I come in, sir?
Yeah, Nishan. Yeah, please welcome and be seated.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So, my name is Zishan.
Nishan, I'm sorry to say that you're 10 minutes late for this interview.
Sir, I'm really sorry. I'm extremely sorry for this delay because I think there will be no excuse on such a precious opportunity. But I'm really sorry for that, sir.
Actually, as you are being a manager, you should know the importance of time.
Yes, sir. I absolutely know about the importance of time, but I will take care.
I hope you will take it positively. Yeah?
Right, sir.
Okay, to refresh your mood, I didn't want to demoralize you, but I think you will take it positively. Yeah?
Right, of course, I will take it positively. And you said,
let's start the interview. To refresh your mood, I will ask about your hobbies. You have mentioned in your CV that you like to listen to music. So what kind of music do you listen?
Right, sir. It depends on my mood. Like if I'm sad, so yeah, I would definitely love to listen the classical music. And when I'm happy, so yeah, I will feel extremely comfortable, cozy with this bhangra music and the rock music. So it depends on mood, but I
Okay,
really
okay,
like
okay.
music.
Okay, okay, okay. Can you tell me about your family background?
Yeah, we are five siblings, and I hold second positions. So I hold second position among five siblings. So my that's two sisters, three brothers.
Okay, okay, okay. Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
Okay, living with your family means nuclear family.
Say again.
You are living with your family means your wife and
Yeah,
children.
I'm
No?
living.
Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm absolutely. I'm in a joint family system.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, let's start the technical part of this interview. Uh,
Right,
since you are applying for the project manager, and you
right.
have mentioned that you have a 6 year experience of project manager. Can you
Right.
tell me how many projects you have executed in your last organization?
I've been executed more than 100 projects in my last company, sir.
Okay, okay. Uh, can you elaborate what kind of projects you have done?
Sir, it all depends. Definitely, I'm a product manager of to promote the product. So it is all those are all about those were all about completely relate to the products. So marketing techniques and how to promote rightly as per the current trends. So it is all about the promotions. It is all about the but the successful promotion I made that was actually that product was about to short that salt. So I knew from my resources. So then I gave huge business to my company to launching that product on the right time. So that was the most successful my product launching.
Okay, okay. How big team have you handled so far in terms of number of members in team?
Yeah, it was around 10 members, more than 10
10
members.
members. Okay, 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 okay. But here you have you will get the team along with the team members around 40 to 50. Will you be able to
Yes,
handle them?
absolutely. It would be a completely a new scenario, but I will try to give my best. Because I need your guidance. I need your expertise. So everything can possible.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You will get all kind of support. Don't worry about that. Second thing, I would like to ask, what is your salary expectation?
Uh, so salary expectation. Previously, I was getting around like 1 lakh, and but I think you need to give time for like the probation period. So I will prove my potential and skill, and then I think you will be in a better position to fulfill my expectation. How about that?
Okay, because I will have to give you this feedback to HR. That's why I asked this question. Second thing,
Okay.
uh, why do you think I should hire you for this position? Means I want to know what skills do you have?
So I have experience. I have like the strong academic credentials, and plus communication skill, plus look at my confidence, and most importantly, I have given like 5 years to this job. So I think I can be a great, I can be a good for your company, or skillful for your company and productive for your company, in my opinion.
Okay, okay. You have mentioned in your CV that in this you have left the one of your organization in January 17 and joined the next organization in December 18. In those 9 to 10 periods, did you do any professional course or you were just idle?
Yeah, I improve my other skills like the computer, just Microsoft, and work on my communication skills. So I've been engaged. I didn't disengage all the professional things. I remain in touch with this, like improving my personality, improving to adding my valuable skills in my personality. So I was doing these things. So that's why. And plus, I was looking for the suitable opportunity for me.
Okay, okay. Because that gap, that gap deflects a wrong impression. That's why I asked this question.
Yeah, I can understand, sir.
Yeah, Sudhir and Zishan, we'll stop here.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good
Thank you so much.
question. Yeah, very nice, Sudhir and Zishan. Sudhir came super ready with, very interview questions, and Zishan, you were answering on the spot really well. So very nice, both of you.
Actually, first question I purposely asked, ma'am, because interviewers check the test their aspirant how they are behaving in negative situation. That's why I asked that first question.
Yeah, correct, correct. All the questions were, quite interesting, and both of you all did a great job, I think. Sudhir,
And
for
he has
you.
given good answers to all. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, Sudhir, for you, I wanted to tell you, whenever you're asking a question, certain questions at the end, you are saying, that's why I asked you this question. Avoid doing that. I mean, कि इसलिए मैंने आपको ये question पूछा, ऐसे आप जिशन को बोल रहे थे.
Yes,
No
yes,
need
yes.
to do that, and no interview explains themselves.
Okay, okay, okay.
कि
Okay,
क्यों वो
okay.
सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, जरूरी नहीं. So don't add that line at the end. Zishan, for you, when he told you you should be on time and how can you do this? You're supposed to be a manager and all that. Then you were like, I'm so sorry. I know it's doesn't leave a good impression and all that. And then you were sort of overcompensating. So, for example, you were saying, I know this is a precious opportunity and all that. But in a real life scenario, I don't think you would need to say something like that.
Right,
That
ma'am.
this is a precious opportunity and all. It sounds a little made up or it will sound fake. So don't use
Right,
it
ma'am.
if you are in an actual scenario, something like that happens.
Okay, ma'am.
You just
Right,
keep it
ma'am.
simple. Tell the person what was the reason of being late or whatever, and that's it. End the story over there.
Right, ma'am.
Sudhir, आप कह रहे थे, to refresh your mood. Maybe you guys didn't start on a good note, right? You all started on a slightly negative note. So you were like,
Yes.
to refresh your mood. But again, that statement also sounds a little odd. It doesn't suit
Okay,
the
okay.
context of an interview.
Interview.
He's
Yes.
not come
yes,
here to refresh his mood or to feel rejuvenated or something like that.
What?
That.
Guys, if you all are not talking, please put yourselves on mute, yeah? Okay, sorry. One second. Laiba, if you are on unmute, please mute yourself. Or anybody else. Sorry. So yeah, you're not here to rejuvenate your mood or something like that, right? So, Sudhir, aap keh sakte hain, all right, let's change the topic or let's get to the interview. Or let's start off with the interview. You can just say something like that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
But not to refresh your mood. It doesn't suit the context. Okay.
Okay.
Zishan,
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, Abhay. Good afternoon. So another thing, Zishan, is I hold
Yes,
the
ma'am.
second position. He asked you about your family, right?
Right, ma'am. Right, ma'am.
So then you were like, we have 2 sisters, 3 brothers. I hold the second position. ये थोड़ा odd लगता है सुनने में. So you can say
Right, ma'am.
I am not the oldest. I am
Okay.
or whatever. I have 4 siblings.
Okay, ma'am.
That's it. That's
Can
enough.
he say I am a second one?
Not required. No. Why does the interview even need to know all this? कि मैं eldest हूँ, सबसे बड़ा हूँ, छोटा हूँ, उसको थोड़ी ना पड़ी है.
Okay.
See, sometimes what happens is, we simply go into giving personal details in an interview. It's not required.
But otherwise we can say, ma'am. Otherwise.
No, you can't say I'm second in number or I hold the second position. You can simply say we are 5 siblings. I'm the second child. Something like that is okay. Or I am the eldest, or I'm the youngest. Something of that sort. But not I hold the second position. No, Zishan, come to think about
Right,
it,
ma'am.
sounds a little odd.
Right, ma'am.
You say it in a different way.
Right, ma'am. I will do.
Yeah. Can you, and some good questions. Can you elaborate on the type of project? Very nice. Can you tell me, what kind of project you are handling? And Zishan, you answered that salary expectation question really well. I hope the others were also listening. That, what are your salary expectations? So you told him something like, I would like you, once you review my performance during the probation period or whatever, based on that, you can have a look at the compensation or something of that sort. So mostly what people say is, as per the company standards or the market standards, something like that.
Exactly, ma'am. You shouldn't be too straightforward. You should be calm and its main impressions and let other person decide. Otherwise, if you give your figures, so then you have competition. You are not only person who's being interviewed. So I think you shouldn't make comments on this positions now in current scenario.
Correct. Very true. Otherwise, also, some people may end up quoting a figure, quoting some amount and stuff, which doesn't make any sense. So you answer something like that is fine. All right. Anyone else who has observed anything? Reena, you're raising your hand. Yes, tell me what.
Yes, yes, ma'am. One question, that is, I would like to know what is your salary expectation. What is the correct answer of this question, ma'am? I want to know that.
See, that is what we were just discussing, right? You say anything, but you don't quote some figure. Don't try to say that I was earning so much and I'm looking at earning this much now. So don't talk in numbers at all. Talk about something like what he said. Once you review my probation, my performance during the probation period, then you can.
Yes, ma'am.
You can revise my compensation, or you can even say something like based on my experience.
Ma'am, can we mention previous salary?
No, that already they know, right? They will know if they are in that field. They know what is the average salary that a person.
They are in market, so they know all about the market, what is going on.
Exactly. So we don't need to mention figures and stuff like that. You can simply say, let's see what the others say. So because I think you can say that based on my experience, based on my qualifications, something like that. Does anyone else have an idea of what you could say? Let's see what the others also say.
Ma'am.
Tell me, yes.
Ma'am, please write, ma'am. What is the good sentence?
Ma'am, I am
I'm asking you guys. You all can't ask me every time everything. No? You all should also try to say something. Isha, tell me.
I can say, ma'am, according to my resume, you can see I belong to, ma'am, what we call my qualification is quite good. Even I have worked with I have worked with good reputed company. So
Again, if you say my qualifications are good, I have worked with a reputed company, don't you think it sounds like you're sort of praising your own tail?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's a good.
That gives a different impression in an actual interview scenario. Not necessarily negative, it just has a different kind of impression. What else? Isha, you're on the right lines, no doubt. Shailendra, what about you? You are someone who deals with students and stuff. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Any idea?
Ma'am, about salary?
Yeah, like if someone asks what are your salary expectations, what could be a good way to respond?
Okay, so ma'am.
Ma'am, can I say, ma'am?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Abhay. Shailendra, do you think till that time?
Ma'am, I make the sentence, ma'am, about expectation of salary. Ma'am, I can say, ma'am, as per the current market, the position that I have applied to pays somewhere between 9 lakh to 10 lakh per annum. So I would also expect my salary to be somewhere in between that amount.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have you said something like this in an actual interview?
Yes, ma'am. I write for actual interview.
Okay. So what did the person respond?
Yes, ma'am.
How did the interviewer respond?
Okay, good, ma'am. He respond.
Okay.
But some company unable to give, unable to pay that amount. But some company agree. I attend many interview and this type of answer given to the interviewer.
Okay. All right.
Excuse me, ma'am, agar someone offer less income, to then what we say?
See, these kind of scenarios are not something that happens in general. I mean, there's no, you're asking me
Then we
questions.
then we
In
have
a
to mention
interview,
we have to earn like this much money we get from there.
But
got
tell
from
me
there.
something, in an interview, you
I
can't call this
I
household
I
type of thing.
I said in a one of interview, ma'am, to the interviewer that okay, yeah, you know about the market positions, and you know my this this vacant position. So your company has a reputed. So I think you guys or your company will not disappoint me regarding salary. So I think that's
True. So that's what I'm saying. Don't try to bring figures in the middle. And tell me one
exactly.
thing,
So if you do
Maliha, you're saying that they will
specific.
offer you a lower package. Packages are not discussed in an interview. Packages discussed
Exactly.
only if once your interview is
अच्छा
successful
ma'am,
and
अच्छा
HR is
HR
in.
in HR. Yeah, I
ना,
know.
एक इंटरव्यू में ये सब
Yeah,
बातें नहीं होंगी. So that
yeah,
doesn't apply over here.
yeah.
And mostly when you appear in an interview, you already know about the company criteria whom you are appearing. You in front of you are appearing yourself. So you have whole pictures. So then you apply like you consider that comparison. In a comparison, you priority to that company, and then you decide to leave the previous one. So it's analyze whole things. So I think you have already know about the others company's salary, working scenario, all these basic things. So
Yeah, see,
you
when
will
an
emphasize on this.
correct. What you're saying is right. You know, whenever you apply for a job, you already know what is the average payout that they're going to offer. You know that you're going to fall in a certain bucket anyway, right? So this kind of discussion will not happen in the interview. In an interview, they will
Thank you
ask
so
you.
much, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. In the interview, they will ask you about your skills, about your work experience, about yourself, your interests, those kind of questions. Salary is not negotiated during an interview. Yeah, so
Yes, ma'am.
let's
Yes,
not
ma'am.
get
Right,
into
ma'am.
that so much. But yes, if that question is asked, what are your salary expectations? It's better to answer something like what Zishan is saying, where keeping my qualifications in mind, keep my experience in mind. I'm sure the company, will offer me a good package or will be in a position to compensate me well, something like that. Just leave it on that one note. Don't go into numbers and salary and all that. It will not lead anywhere. It will be a big disaster at the end of it.
Ma'am,
Sudhir,
I
what
think
is trying to say?
company.
1 second. Sudhir is trying to say something. Tell me.
Actually, madam, this kind of questions are not asked in the organization. I just put it casually. Actually, negotiation part is negotiation takes HR team takes the negotiation.
That's correct. No, but you are right, Sudhir.
Yes.
कई सारे इंटरव्यूज में पूछते भी हैं. The first round also, they do ask what are your salary expectations just for the sake of asking. So there, at times someone who is inexperienced or does not know will say, I'm looking for this much, I'm looking for that much. They will, keep that in mind. They normally do make notes of what the candidate is saying. So they will keep in mind that this person has quoted a certain amount. That feedback is given to the next person who's taking the interview. So that question is asked. Quite often they ask it. No, nothing wrong with asking that question. Okay.
Yes.
Someone else also was saying something.
Yes, ma'am.
Meera, bolo.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Tell me.
Ma'am, means we can't ask about salary directly, ma'am. It will decide the company or how means according to your position and your experience, ma'am.
Correct. The company will quote it to you, not in the interview. If you clear the interview, then the HR team will come back to you with an offer. Right? That's how it normally works. And that's when you will negotiate and all of that later on. So anyways, otherwise, these questions were really good. And it was a good example of how, the kind of questions that are asked. Let's move forward to another pair. Let's have Saurabh and Manju. Saurabh
Ma'am?
and Manju. Yes.
Ma'am, I could not get chance in the morning, ma'am.
Yeah, I know, Meera. I will try to see if I can give you a chance to.
Okay, ma'am.
All the names I've written over here I have not spoken in the morning.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am. I'm in the morning session.
Okay. So Saurabh and Manju. Who's going to be the interviewer?
Can I respond accordingly, ma'am?
You want to be
I
the
will.
candidate.
Candidate, I will love to respond.
Okay, fine. Manju, do you have any questions in mind?
No, ma'am. Frankly, I will
Okay,
say
then I
he
will.
can.
I will ask the question. Okay.
Yes, he can.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's start off.
Okay, ma'am. The first pair of interview very well gone, ma'am. I will love to watch again. Sudhir and Jishan.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a good practice. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Should I start, ma'am?
Yes, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about yourself. What, Manju?
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Have a seat.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.
Hello.
Okay, start. You can start. Tell me about yourself.
Please. Sorry, sir. I could not listen.
I repeat. Tell me about yourself. Be relaxed.
Okay, sir. I am relaxed well. Yes, sir. I have been doing. I have been doing in the work in the company as a production manager.
Yeah. How did you hear about this position?
As a production manager, sir. As
मंजू,
a
आपको आवाज नहीं आ रही है क्या सौरभ की?
आ रही है मैम.
तो आप समझ नहीं रहे हो क्वेश्चन. I'll repeat the question. He asked you, how did you hear about this position? मेरी आवाज एको हो रही है किसी के साइड पे, इधर सौरभ और मंजू. My voice is
Yes, ma'am.
echoing.
Your voice is
No, ma'am.
echoing, ma'am.
I'm listening clearly.
Yeah, I know you all can hear me clearly, but on one of your sides, my voice is echoing. So I don't know what is the problem.
Okay, I will unplug
डबल आवाज आ रही है
again.
Correct. Double आवाज आ रही है. That's
Now?
Yeah, now it's okay. Still, I can hear me myself echoing. Is anyone has anyone joined from two devices or anything like that? Just check. Okay, Manju, the question is, how did you hear about this position?
How did
you?
Yes.
Hear about, or where you social media, LinkedIn, or company site? From where?
No,
I'll repeat मंजू, आपको कैसे पता चला इस पोजीशन के बारे में?
And ma'am, I could not understand what type of question he will ask me.
अरे
And
मैं पूछ रही हूँ ना आपको, सौरभ को छोड़ दो. I'm asking you, सौरभ को छोड़ दो. How did you come to know about this position? इस प्रोफाइल के बारे में, इस जॉब के बारे में आपको कैसे पता चला?
okay,
न्यूज़पेपर में पढ़ा या
okay,
कुछ
okay.
कहाँ पे
I read in the newspaper this advertisement. That's why I put up this resume in your company.
Yeah, I'm seeing here you have 3 years experience. Which type of projects you have done there in previous company?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, मंजू बोलिए, बोलिए.
No, I will not cope up him because of it is not related to my field. That's why I will withdraw my.
Okay, cool, cool. Manju, no problem. Let's not waste time.
Yes,
Let's move on to the next person.
Any person can.
All right, cool. No problem. Thanks. 1 second. Let's go with Vaishnavi. Sudhir, Saurabh, hold on. We'll go with you and Vaishnavi. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Vaishnavi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Great. So, is it okay if Saurabh is the interviewer and you want to try to answer the question?
Yes, ma'am. I will try.
Great. I'm glad that you are happy to try because that's what we got to do. Saurabh, please restart. Your questions and your way of asking was really good. I want you to please start again.
Okay, ma'am. Let's start the interview.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please have a seat.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Tell me about yourself.
Yes, sir. My name is Vaishnavi Arekade. I'm studying first year, and I'm completing my English and competitive course. Yes, sir. That's it. Hello, sir.
Why is everyone's voice echoing today?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Vaishnavi. सौरभ, आपकी तरफ से वो echo आ रहा है क्योंकि आपको मैंने mute किया, तो अभी echo नहीं हो रहा है. So just check what is it. How have you joined? From a phone or laptop or what? Saurabh, you're on mute. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Now, ma'am.
Now.
Is it echoing?
No, there's still an echo. My voice is echoing. Anyways, let's continue.
Okay.
Vaishnavi,
okay, Vaishnavi, you can continue.
Yes, ma'am. I'm there. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why do you want to work at this company?
Yes, sir. I want to this job because I have to dream in joining this company, and because
Go with flow. Don't stop.
Yeah, say anything, Vaishnavi. I want to work here too.
Yeah, say anything.
Yeah.
This is not a serious interview.
Correct. Yes.
Go with flow.
yes, ma'am. But I'm not speak, ma'am, very well. But I don't have any sentence.
Okay. So no one wants to participate today, and no one wants to learn. No one wants to use their imagination.
Okay, ma'am. I will respond. Okay, ma'am. I will
One
respond.
minute. Sorry, one moment. See.
Can I try?
Yeah, you all can try, no problem. But I want us to observe one thing over here today specifically. Don't think I'm being harsh. But one thing I want you all to realize is a lot of us focus a lot on trying to improve our vocabulary, using very fancy words, so on and so forth. But we are not tapping into our imagination. We are not trying to listen to what the person is saying, try to understand, try to improvise, try to communicate. We are very stuck with only what we know. We are not ready to move on and move forward. Yeah, when others are also talking, we have been doing this work related scenarios for so many days now, correct? So many people have asked different kind of questions, people are giving different kind of answers. So obviously you all have been listening to all of this, but I don't see people trying to repeat that, incorporate it. अगर आप same answer भी देते हो तो भी उसमें कुछ खराब नहीं है.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. This
so I
topic
don't
is so
know.
interesting.
Somewhere I feel that we are not really bothered about listening to what the other person is talking. We only want my turn, my chance. I want to speak, but there is no listening that is happening. That is not going to help you become a better communicator. So I want everyone to please listen. Don't focus on मेरा नाम लिखिए, मुझे बोलना है, मुझे करना है, पर दूसरे की भी conversation सुनिए. जो questions पूछ रहे हैं उनको note कीजिए. जो कोई answer बोल रहा है, try to make note of the words and phrases so that when you get a chance or you have to speak, you can actually do something. Try to focus on that, guys. Otherwise, you'll not be able to move to a higher level. You'll be stuck there only wherever you are. Don't mind me saying this, but at times you have to be a little more frank and a little more honest. Otherwise, we will live in a bubble where we think that if we can speak on a topic and speak, that's it. But language is about communicating. So try to focus when other people are also talking. Don't only think, अच्छा 2 minutes हो गए, 3 minutes हो गए, अभी मेरा number आएगा, I'll speak. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Let's go with Shailendra. You said you want to participate.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I want Saurabh and you to try. Okay. Saurabh, let Saurabh be the interviewer. Shailendra, you try to be the candidate.
Okay, ma'am.
Saurabh, you'll have to restart. Okay, sorry, but you'll have to restart.
Okay, he is not he's not comfortable. Then I will.
No, he is very
respond
comfortable.
accordingly.
He doesn't have that mindset.
Okay.
He's very comfortable. He'll go with the flow. Don't worry.
Okay. I will love to respond, ma'am. Okay, start. Restart, Shailendra.
No,
Let's have some fun.
I want to be interviewer.
Yeah. You want to be the candidate or the person?
Candidate, ma'am.
So Saurabh is the interviewer. Anyway, he's taking the interview. You're the candidate.
Okay.
Let's start. Come on, Saurabh, go ahead.
Let's start again.
Yeah. Start again.
Okay, Shailendra. Yeah, Shailendra, have a seat.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm seeing your resume. Tell me about yourself. Your resume is interesting.
Okay, so let's first start with my work experience. I have been working in my present organization for the past 3 years. I have technical skill sets in CAD, CAM, and CAE. And recently, I have acquired new IT skills. Keeping in this mind, I have applied for this post.
Okay, what can you bring to this company if you join?
Yeah, sir. According to the post that published in newspaper, you need IT skills, and recently I have learned new front end and back end programming languages, and because of my new skills and my past experience, I think I will be a skilled manpower for your company.
Yeah, your father is teacher. Yeah, tell me about your family. I love to talk.
Okay. So right now I am at Bhopal, my workplace, and my family lives at my hometown. I have one sibling, and he also works at a good MNC company in Pune. My father and my mother both are in service, both are in a job, and so they live in our hometown.
Okay, you live in Bhopal. Yeah, I will love to talk about Bhopal. What's famous things in Bhopal?
Yeah, Bhopal is famous for lake. There are lots of lake, and it is also the capital of Madhya Pradesh. That's why it is the biggest city of Madhya Pradesh. The population is around 25 to 30 lakh, and there are lots of beautiful and scenic places in and around Bhopal. And the food is also good. Uh, Here you will find lots of Mughal cuisines, and being in the center of the country, you can find different walks of people in Bhopal.
I think Bhopal is more famous for its railway station or steel. Is it right?
Yeah, recently I want to share one fact about Bhopal, that recently the Prime Minister of India has inaugurated the a most advanced railway station in Bhopal. It is like a airport.
Yeah. Why do you want to work at this company, and why you left your last job, last company?
See, sir, being a career-oriented person, I always want to strive in my career. And since I have been working here for the past 3 years, now I want to switch, and I want I want new opportunities, and I want to change my working environment with the good increment. That's why I want to join your organization. I found
Yeah.
your advertisement very appealing.
Okay. Tell me about your strengths. What's your greatest strengths?
Sir, my greatest strength is that I like to work within scheduled time. Whatever projects given by my company in the past, I completed all the projects in a scheduled time. I don't I don't work only from 9 to 5:30. If it is possible, if it is required to work beyond 5:30, then I work, and this is my strength.
Okay, these are your strengths. What about your weakness? What do you consider to be your weaknesses?
Okay, so sir, my weakness is I like to work. I am a perfectionist, and sometimes because of this perfection, I sometimes I cross the deadline, not uh, uh, far beyond the deadline, but because of this perfectionism, I am very much uh, passionate about perfectionism. Uh, this problem has caused me some problems in the past.
Yeah, I think time is money for every company and every person. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
so you have be a punctual, time punctual. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Do you have any achievements? Professional achievements?
Sure, sir. See, sir, the present organization is a startup, and in this company, there is no defined role for any employee. So I have worked in a wide range of array, uh, from the I have worked as a uh, clerk also. I have worked as an engineer. I have worked as a manager in my organization. So this is my achievement, and I have learned how to set up a company. This is this is my achievement, because in my previous organization, I was I was confined to a particular role, but in my present organization, I have worked a lot in a wide range of work. This is, I think, this is my achievement, and I have set up this organization, so I know how to work in a startup in a challenging environment.
Okay, Saurabh and Shailendra, can we pause here, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Very nice. Again, Saurabh, good questions. Shailendra, you were also trying your best to answer them, and based on your actual experience and stuff, I think you were pulling from there. So very nice. What is Bhopal famous for? Tell me about your family. Why did you leave your previous company? Why did you all of that? Great. I think both of you all did really well. Shailendra, you also said something very interesting, like your advertisement was very appealing.
Yeah.
It's a tough sentence to pull off. Someone like you maybe can say it, but it was good. Very nice. Glad that you all were trying to think and trying to participate. I don't have any feedback particularly. It was quite good. Well shared.
Yeah, ma'am.
Saurabh, great.
Responded very well.
Yeah, correct. You also asked good questions.
Yeah.
You were both listening to each other, and
No, ma'am. I just picked from the internet. I will definitely respond next time as a candidate. Okay, ma'am.
no problem, no problem.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
I
Who
will
would
not
like to
talk.
go? All right. Thanks, Saurabh. Who would like to go next? Reena, what happened? You have a
ma'am.
question?
Ma'am, Meera.
Yeah. Meera Maliha, 1 minute. Reena, what is your question?
Yes, ma'am. One question is, what is the Bhopal famous for? Here, for is preposition or idiom famous for?
Not an idiom at all. For sure, it's not an idiom. It's just a question. What is Bhopal famous for? Bhopal किस चीज के लिए famous है? Question है normally.
Okay, ma'am.
Laiba, what is your question? You're raising your hand several times.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Sorry, good afternoon, ma'am. I would like to be an interviewee. I would like to be a candidate.
Okay, but Maliha and Meera are going next. So maybe you and Shima or Shobha can go after this. Shima, you have a question, is it?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, can I say like this? For what Bhopal is famous?
No, see, word order wise, it's not sounding right. Simply say what is Bhopal famous for.
Okay, ma'am.
It's not easy. I know why you want to complicate it further. What is Bhopal famous? What is Delhi famous for? What is India famous for? What is your city famous for? Like that.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you.
Maliha, you're welcome.
Ma'am,
Maliha,
can I want to speak to your manager about an issue? Okay.
but we are doing
It's okay,
interview
ma'am?
scenario, na? Let's ask Meera what she's saying. Meera,
Yes, ma'am.
are you okay
Excuse
with
me,
this?
ma'am.
Acha. Yes, Abhay, tell me what is the matter?
Ma'am, last sentence, ma'am. Your advertisement very appealing, ma'am.
वो शैलेंद्र ही बोल सकता है, वो हम लोग सब लोग नहीं यूज कर सकते हैं सेंटेंस.
Okay.
उसी के साथ रहने दीजिए. Let's not get into
Okay.
that.
Thank you, ma'am.
You have to have that kind of a way of talking to use it. But what it to be, I'm just kidding. But what it means is that your job advertisement, जो आपने डाला है online या जो भी है, the profile was very interesting. Interesting के बजाय उन्होंने यूज किया है appealing. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा जो प्रोफाइल है आपने जो भी ऑफर किया रिक्वायरमेंट. It was very interesting. I was attracted to that profile, to that advertisement, और इसलिए मैंने अप्लाई किया. बट ये ऐसा तरीका बोलने के लिए आपकी कम्युनिकेशन भी वैसे होनी चाहिए. So you can always say, I find this profile very interesting, or I found the job opportunity very interesting, challenging, appealing, and that's why I approached the company. ऐसा कुछ. Okay.
Okay,
Meera,
thank you, ma'am.
welcome. Meera and Maliha. Meera, are you okay with this? She wants to change the scenario. Speak to your manager about an issue at work.
But I am comfortable with the other one also, ma'am. If
Okay.
Meera
Okay,
asks me.
okay. Let's do this quickly. Let's not waste time. Meera?
Okay,
Shailendra,
ma'am.
should we change it? So maybe one of you is the manager and
Meera, you are in a manager, okay? I am employed. Okay, it's okay? It's okay for
Okay.
you?
Okay.
Okay.
all right, okay. So maybe she wants to talk to you about something. So that kind of a
Okay.
conversation. Okay, let's start.
Okay.
Maliha means what is your topic? It means on which topic you want to speak?
She is
ma'am?
a team member.
Yeah, I
and
am.
You are her manager.
You are a manager. I am an employee.
Okay.
दोनों ही एम्प्लॉय है, वो थोड़ी ना ओनर है कंपनी की, वो आप भी
Yeah,
एम्प्लॉय हो, वो भी
ma'am,
एम्प्लॉय
but
है,
he, yeah, I know.
आप
But
टीम
now
मेंबर हो,
she's a
वो
manager.
मैनेजर है,
Yeah.
है ना? और आपको कुछ तकलीफ है उसके बारे में आप उनसे बात कर रहे हो।
Yeah.
Let's start, come on.
Okay, Meera, are you okay?
Okay, Malia.
Okay,
Start.
okay. Good morning, ma'am. No, good
Good morning.
afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I have an issue I want to share with you. My system is not working. So what can I was trying so hard since morning I was trying, but it's not working. So what can I do?
You should talk related to this field member.
Okay, I am new here. I don't know, ma'am. Who is he? Can let me know his name and phone number and anything? Any information?
On the reception, there is a chart, and on that chart, we have described all the team members' phone number and contact number. So you can see there, and you can ask from reception.
But I have one request to you. We can't fix it because this computer is very bad in condition. We need to change. Need to buy new one because if we fix it up, it will not working so long. Its
Okay,
condition
Malia.
is very bad, ma'am.
Okay,
If you
Malia.
change it,
At first,
yeah.
I will call means, the mechanic, and after that I will discuss him, and if he will suggest that it will not work proper, then I think about this, that I
No,
should
ma'am. I want to say that because I have a very um, senior. I have a lot of years experience, so I know about it. It's not working properly and it's very bad in condition. So we can't take it it's so long. We need to change.
But Malia, I can't give direct order. At first, I have to discuss about the mechanic, and after that, I will tell about this problem to the boss.
Okay, but it's not beneficial for me and this company because it will take so much time. It will waste our time.
Okay,
Because
Malia. I mean,
I did
I
lot of effort to repair it.
another.
That's why I'm telling you.
Hello.
Yeah.
I will provide another means a computer for some time, and after that means when I will discuss the boss, and if he give me order, then I will bring another computer for you.
Okay. Ma'am, please do it early because I have lot of work to do. My pending work is so much. So how can I maintain? How can I manage?
So I am providing means another computer, Malia. You can continue
Please.
your work. I think you will
Yeah,
not
it's
face the
good.
problem.
It's good. Yeah, ma'am, it's good. Thanks for this help. I need to need so early, ma'am. I have to
Okay.
rush because I have lot of work, pending work.
Okay, I will do my best.
Since morning I am struggling now. That's why.
Okay, we will found solution as fast as possible. Means
Okay.
as fast as possible.
Thank a lot, ma'am.
Okay.
And
Yes.
anything else, ma'am? Something else you want to share with me? Any other work and any other suggestion?
Malia, as a manager, I want that we means we should complete our project on time. So means our boss will impress and we will do good for our company.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Maliha and Meera, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Maliha, do this as early as possible. Ke badle you can say, can you please do this as fast as possible?
As fast as possible. Okay, ma'am.
Fast as possible, or as soon as you can, or as
Okay.
soon as possible, something like that.
Okay, ma'am.
Very different kind of scenario you came up with, Maliha. You brought some variation into the conversation. I'm glad you did that also. Meera,
Thank
you
you.
also tagged along really well. So great. Good to see that you guys are able to improvise.